Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War stream. So of course today we end up getting ourselves a new faction, the Labyrinth, the maze-like faction with all the Minotaurs, which is located all the way over here. Of course, same cost as always, the pretty much free 4,000, comes with a +2 green, +1 red, +1 purple. It is associated to Wild Plains, oddly enough, which means Wild Plains should go to 21 stars. We made sure to do the little challenge thingy yesterday since I didn't have it done for the kingdom. And yeah, this should go straight up to 21 once we go get them all upgraded. So we'll probably just go straight into the storyline, go get those upgraded, go get our 21 thing, which gets us a permanent +1 attack as well. And we're probably going to be running Tesla the entire time. Double Tesla. You can use any hero weapon, double Tesla into Holy Saint Astra. So we're probably going to be using that. You also have access to Yasmin's Pride, double Ketris, and mana accumulation, like Leprechaun or something. You'll also have access to Red Skull Spam Team, so you can kind of go triple burning kind of thing. Those are things that have immune, of course. But there's a couple options. But we're probably just going to stick with Tesla for the most part until we get to like 500, obviously, when we need to go do Pure Faction. Though Pure Faction will probably be tomorrow night. Right now, we'll basically just be trying to get as deep as we can. But anyways, let's go and go do the little storyline quest reading. Always fun to see what they do for these. Use our many chaos shards. Oh, that's not really that many, though. Given the fact that we don't do the daily at all, that actually is quite a bit. Anyways, let's get into things. Like, some people have like way over 100,000, but that's because they do the daily thingy thing, which I actually skip on the 3 daily delves normally. Anyways, we stumbled upon a strange labyrinth in the underworld. Oh, that is quite labyrinthy. Oh, the Coliseum in the middle. I actually really like the art for that. They have a really cool, a lot of really cool backgrounds. Sunweaver seemed to know something about it. Oh, I did not mean to skip all that. Well, there's a way to fix that. I keep forgetting. Just clicking makes it go forward. I keep thinking like, oh, this will make it go forward by 1. Sunweaver seemed to know something about it. This labyrinth looks familiar. There's an old story told by my people. Oh? There was once a Taurus who tried to cheat death and was exiled. Interesting. The tales tell that he built a labyrinth just like this to hide in. Let's find out. Also, wasn't that the premise of Puzzle Quest 1? Part of it. Actually, I could just keep using Phoenicia. I don't even need to change it. I think we're still in Magic. Hopefully we are. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Captain. Hello Juan. Hello Stardust. Hello Isabel. Hello Delta. Hello Kyla. And hello everyone else. Welcome, 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 welcome. I know, Phoenicia. This is why you go Rowan instead. Oh well. We'll get free souls occasionally from it. But yeah, the troops aren't too good from this faction, unfortunately, though. There is one that has 0.5% Taurus bonus, though. So you might use it occasionally instead of hero. I wonder what they were guarding in here. Could it be his final resting place? The old Taurus? His name was King Minos. He was a great warrior, a great leader, and a brilliant mind, I see. He was, until the fateful day when he thought he could live forever. So you said. You know, my kind, we embrace death. Yes, we know from Puzzle Quest 1. The way we die isn't important as the way we live. This is true. If this is indeed the labyrinth of King Minos, it will be difficult. How difficult? The tales say he used to hide from death. Really? If it stops death, even for a short duration, for chances are not good. Fair point. But if there is even a chance he is still alive, we must press on. Very well. 500 Pure Faction. I believe we have a barrier option, if I'm not mistaken. I think one of them like buffs up decently. I forget exactly what its buff was. But I think that troop might help carry it. I think it doesn't gain attack though. It was like armor and something else maybe. I'll go double check. Oh yeah, it might have been him actually. Gain armor and bear. Yep, that's him. And then knocks a random enemy to the back. It doesn't gain attack though. That's gonna make the faction really annoying. That he doesn't gain attack. Like he can tank forever, but against AI. But his own durability will be questionable. I mean, his own offense. I mean. Because if he's not gaining attack, he's going to hit for barely anything. I like how they take the lore from Puzzle Quest 1. It's like, yeah, we'll just use it. This is basically the sequel to Puzzle Quest 1 anyways. I think one of the funniest one was the Dark Elves. Like, when we finished Puzzle Quest 1 for the most recent full finish that we've ever done, they ended up adding the different types of elves within the game. And the exact amount of different types of elves that they added to the game is the exact amount that the Puzzle Quest 1 mentions. It mentions it as a really weird line, just randomly, at the end of a side quest. And it's like, oh, it's in Gems of War now. The legends are true. Those tourists have only one horde. Why is that? Oh, pff, I always click the skip thingy. Gosh, that I always think that's move forward one. Left, right, I'm afraid we are lost. This maze is never ending. So what now? There is one perk of being a spirit. What's that? I can consult with my ancestors. They may have some advice. I hope they do. For now, let's continue. We might make progress. Okay, should be 2 more battles in the final. Onward. All the moves are bad. Black Terry, give us souls, thank you. Should have taken a red there. Not sure why I didn't. Deafening seal wipe. Oh, the Mechatar. I didn't even realize that was a mech. That's funny. The Mechatar. That would make sense. Hello, Joseph. Hello, Flaming. Welcome, welcome. So let me make chat bigger. I can barely see you guys. There we go. I'm not sure why YouTube defaults it so small. So microscopic. There we go. No, what do I have to say for the final thing? Or second to last final thing. The ancestors told me something very troubling. What's that? King Minos never crossed over. He must still be alive here. Or a spirit like you. Have you seen any sign of him while I was gone? Just these machines. A mechanical Taurus. King Minos must have built them. Pretty clever. At last, the center of the maze lies ahead. We made it! And to think, all these years King Minos has hidden from death here. Indeed. We must slay him and return his spirit to my ancestors. Very well. Hopefully, it will break the curse of the Labyrinth. Let's find out. And there he is. But yeah, this kind of thing's kind of interesting. He comes in with 50% Taurus bonus, which is actually the first time ever in this game where something has two 50%. The Tauruses, that is. But yeah, everything else has either 1 50% or 0 50%. Or in the case of Divines, not 50%. But yeah, it's the only typing that has 2 of them. Right, there we go. Finally, King Minos has been returned to the stars to rest with our ancestors. That's good. I doubt he will have a good reception, at least not for a few centuries. Oh, noble death is important, and he did kick and scream a lot. He did, rather. But what's more, I have another tale to tell the ancestors when it is my time. Me too. Oh, there we go. Okay, so with that out of the way, and them trying to sell us orbs. Let's go and get this thing rolling. So we'll go set that so we can have it for later. So I believe the path is there final. And then you can also go around the other way. Seems to be the mazed path, though you could probably also go there. And there might be other there all over the place, given that it is a maze. Anyways, next thing. 2 things. Let's go get our treasure, and then let's go upgrade our horde. We need to go do this so we get a permanent +1 attack, and also just get the troops, obviously. Can we get anything but the rare? That'd be great. Thank you. There we go. And then after we go upgrade these, we'll go and have a 21-star Wild Plains. And then we'll be battle ready for the faction. Well, then we need to go upgrade horde. Well, we're seeing a mix of everything so far. It's a matter of getting enough copies, which generally takes about a little over 10,000, I think. I can't even remember the amount now these days. I'll check once we're at 35,000. I'm pretty sure we won't be there yet. I think it takes like 8,000 to 10,000 or so. Though it can vary, like 8 to 12,000 to get them all upgraded. Really depends on luck. On the exact amount it takes. Oh, Sacred Treasure. I want to be seeing more of those for sure. Both the Legendary and Mythic Treasure are really, really good to be finding here. Oh, we might have put Sacred Treasure in F tier. But when we're doing this drop table, it is the main thing we want to see. More so than, like, literally every other drop. And Genie Lamp. Hello, Flaming Pingu. Welcome. Yeah, we have 2 Johns in chat. Hello, Double John. Welcome. We've had as many as, like, 4 of the same name in chat before. Happened a while ago. Hasn't happened recently, though. 2 or 3 is, like, the highest we've had recently. We'll eventually see 5 of the same name in chat. It is bound to happen. Oh, we'll keep going to 35,000. I think we'll be there by then. And if not, we'll double check and see how progress is going. I got a little bit of rain last night. It wasn't super heavy, though. No snow this year. Though my area almost never gets snow. We got snow in Animal Crossing, though. That counts. Hello, ssaszix. Welcome. Actually, let me check at 36,000. I feel like we're getting good RNG on these. I'm pretty sure the common or the rare or something is... I mean, the rare, the ultra rare is probably not upgraded all the way yet. Man, let's just go over to Labyrinth. Where's the lab? Oh, let me guess. It's the Labyrinth. Why? Why add the word the to things? Wait. I think we got them all. Oh, good thing we checked. Had a feeling we were doing good on them. But there we go. We're good to go. Let's go upgrade them, and then we'll have a 21-star Wild Plains, which will be one of the biggest star increases we've had for a while. A nice solid 4. It's been a while since we've had a super, super big jump. Also because there's almost no super big jumps left. These days, the biggest we're going to get is when a faction happens. In the past, I think we've had as big as like an 8 or 9-star jump before. Because it was blocked by like a hero class or a mythic or something. But now that all those are kind of in the game, we don't really have those big, gigantic jumps anymore. But a jump before is still pretty big. Okay, final one. Okay, there we go. They have all been upgraded, which means we can now go to Wild Plains, and they're trying to sell us that too. No. And there we go. Oh, we see it. A legendary star. It's so shiny. So shiny. So that's the second 21-star kingdom, the other one being Mist of Scales. I forgot that Mist of Scales actually reached it. Oh yeah, we need 5 bronze for Wild Court now. I should probably go do that, so it doesn't keep telling me to go do it. We could upgrade yeah, we could upgrade Festival Cow. I thought it was Sacrificial Cow. Maybe to change its name. But yeah, let's go upgrade a thingy from here. We'd always upgrade the rare or ultra rare as well. Explode either a row or a column, then knock the last enemy to the front. That's not too good for mana accumulation. Really random. Gain a bunch of armor and barrier, then knock around. I feel like we're going to use this as our tank. So let's upgrade this guy. He gains a bunch of durability. We need to upgrade someone anyways. Okay, upgrade time. That's not how you upgrade. You're rare, ultra rare. You are a... Pretty sure he's ultra rare. Oh no, he's a rare. Ah, interesting. He is a rare. It's definitely not common. You can tell just by putting a thingy in it what rarity it is. There we go. It is a rare. Okay. And now we have all the requirements except for the troop, for whenever this thing gets another troop. There we go. And now we have the 5 bronze levels by getting 5 gold levels. And, oh yeah, you gotta have 2 mythics for level 22. I almost forgot about that. 22 requires 2 mythics. The 2-2, that's easy to remember as well. 22 requires 2 mythics. Well, obviously we already have them both. Some don't even have 2 mythics yet, though. But those kingdoms are also probably pretty far away from actually reaching 22 stars. And of course, as per usual, we're blocked by the place not having enough troops. As is how pretty much everything is always blocked. Anyways, I believe that's most of the side stuff we need to do before actually starting factioning. So we could probably start getting into it now. Oh, no. One last side thing I forgot. We need to go upgrade the horde. I already have the kingdom upgraded, right? So we actually have additional 50%. I believe we did. Yeah, we have it to 15. Level 15, 21 star kingdom. So let's start using treasure. Start with chalices and we'll work our way around. Hopefully don't burn through too much gold. We start with 13.5 million. We'll probably go to about 12 million. Depends exactly what treasure order we do. Gosh, we got so many spares of some of these treasures. Oh, what's the game about? You don't have it on PC? It's basically a match 3 RPG. Really quick pace match 3 RPG. It's basically, I'm not sure if you'd really call it a puzzle game. It's more so you have like 4 troops versus 4 troops. You try to compose your team. You accumulate a bunch of mana, and then you cast based on the mana that you accumulate on the board. Quite a few different teams in the game. And every single different game mode requires different various teams. Overall, pretty fun. Really grindy game, though. But if you like grindy games, that's a lot of content. And all of it's accessible for free. The early game grind can be a little long, but beyond that point, it's pretty straightforward. Like, you get enough resources to play completely free to play once you get past, like, the early mid-game sections. There's one thing they've still been very generous with. Hopefully 505 Games doesn't change that now that they've been bought out. We'll find out. But yeah, for any of you that don't know, 505 Games now owns Infinity Plus 2. They used to be their publisher, but now they have literally just bought out the company. So, yeah, we'll see exactly what happens with that. They said pretty much nothing will change as of that happening. But, I don't know, we'll have to see. But they have quite literally been bought out. The entire company. So now they're officially a part of 505 Games. Like, 100%. They're literally a subsidiary of them now. Yeah, it's free to play on every platform. Do keep in mind, only PC Mobile is cross-platform, though. It's generally advised playing on that version of the game. However, it is on Switch, is on both the PlayStations, is on both the Xboxes. But only the PC Mobile platform is cross-platform with each other. The Switch version is the most recent version of the game. As far as being new player friendly, because people on there don't have as much progress, though they still have gotten a lot of progress. They're still like level 1,300 plus on the Switch version. They're actually pretty high. Let's see. Wait, they don't show up on Android currently? That's weird. That is very strange. Pretty sure people posted on the forum. I've never heard of it not happening on one platform. But 100% Pure Faction. 100% Pure Faction is likely going to be the Minotaur with Barrier. I can show it real quick because we're going to need a team anyways. It's probably going to be that, 1 or 2 the Legend with like 1 other troop or something. I'll double check in a moment. Once we use the last of our treasure. Also, I think I'm only aiming for 150 instead of 200. I'm pretty sure quite a few people have reached Pure Faction. It's been out for 8 hours. Obviously, I've been sleeping then, because that is very early in my time zone. But yeah, the event has been out for 8 hours now. Almost 8.5 at this point. We're just getting to it now. Technically, we haven't even started our first battle yet. We're just doing all the prep for it. But then we can start getting into it. Hopefully it just reaches 150. I assume it will. We have 50% extra, so theoretically we're at 225 even at 150. I think we'll reach it. Sacred Treasure gives a lot of XP. Oh yeah, we'll definitely reach it. Sacred Treasure alone will pretty much carry us there. I can go throw down another 5, and that alone will probably almost do it, actually. No! I wanted to reach. Wait, when do we get another magic? Wait. At what level do you get another magic burst? 155. Let's get 155. No! Every number keeps going, like, ever so barely off. Why? Fine, we'll use 5. And then we'll use, like, 3 Sacred Treasure into 2 or something. How about that? Or 2 Sacred Treasure into, like, 3. Or 1 Sacred Treasure into... Oh, come on! It won't go properly. There we go. Good enough. Let's go with that. Use a little bit extra gold, but oh well. Okay, it looks like we only killed through about 2 million gold. That's not too bad. 2 million gold and all those treasures. But here's the stats we now have as additional for when we're delving for this delve. 42 attack, 21 magic, 84 HP, and 84 armor. Nice. Okay. So let's grab all this loot. I'm still not sure why it doesn't condense it down to 1 single mail. They did that for quite a few other things in the game. That is one thing they have not done it for, though. Okay, so let me go build a pure faction. Someone was asking about it, so let's just do it over this. We're not going to be needing this at all. So, World Lore Event. Well, not World Lore Event, but Pure Faction, I should say. Rename to Pure Faction Lab. Okay, so Labyrinth. Let's go get this team built. Labyrinth. Oh gosh, it's the Labyrinth. Why? What's with all the thes? They always alphabetize to the T's whenever they do that. Also, hello Neoterror. Hello Daniel. Welcome. Hello Oscar. Welcome. Hello Gapper Disease. Welcome. Hello everyone else. Let's see. What are some good substitutes for Divinia in this event? For which team? I'm not sure if Divinia would really be needed for any of them. You could use Harpy Mage, though, if you're looking for like something that does kind of what Divinia does, but slightly different. Because you could tank with your hero. Okay, deal heavy splash damage to an enemy, stun all enemies affected, then jump on the board. I don't think you'll need stun. He also doesn't have auto extra turn. Deal splash damage to an enemy, boosted by my armor. There are independent 30% chance to sign. Okay, you definitely want to use this guy. Honestly, I almost want to use him at first. He doesn't have enough tankiness, though. Explode either a row. I don't think you use this guy. And then you probably just use the legend. Where is the legend? Oh, wait. You are the legend? Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy. Stun all enemies affected. Then jumble the enemy team. Oh, I read the as board. Never mind. Okay, well, we need one of you. I think we go with double mini then. Or double mech, I mean. So I think the team is Honored Guardian, and he's your tank. He gains barrier, make sure he doesn't die. You then double mech Atar as your main damage source. And then King Minos is basically just a half mana to start them all. You can also use him for some damage. I believe that is the team. And then we change our banner to probably Labyrinth. Actually, I think I want double yellow into red. Double green seems weird. I want double yellow to red. Isn't that like mech banner? Where's mech banner? Where's mech banner? Oh, right there. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's not a double. +2 red, +1 yellow. I kind of want +2 yellow, +1 red. Oh, mine's just green though. Unfortunate. The banner I want is... Okay, we're just going to have to go this banner, I think. It still works. It gets your tank up quicker. And still feeds heavily into Mechatar. What's his starting mana at half? Well, he has enchant. So he's starting at 9 out of 13. Okay, that's fine. So a 4 into that's actually perfectly fine. Because he starts at 9 out of 13 between enchant and half mana start. Because half mana start oh no, half mana start only brings him to 6. Oh no, we do kind of need a +2 yellow. Because half mana start brings him to 6 and enchant brings him to 8. And then again, the following enchant brings him to full, so even if he's a mana short, it doesn't really matter as much. I still feel like +2 yellow is the way to go for him, though. Because if you get an 8 into a 5, that's full mana for Mekatar. I might just have to deal with the -1 green. Let's see, what other + yellow banners are there? I'm looking for +2 yellow banners that give us a secondary that's good without giving us a minus. That's bad. Yellow blue, but minus is red. Yellow purple, we don't use purple. Yellow green, it minuses blue. Yellow, gosh, there's like so few double. I wish you could search for double colors. This one's so far the best. Yellow brown doesn't help us, plus or minus is something we need. Yellow purple doesn't help us, plus or minus is something we need. Yellow brown, we don't use brown. Yeah, I think we just have to stick with this banner. It's not really a good alternative. Let's see, let's check unowned. Nope, not even unowned has a banner we need. Wait, why does it only show 2 in unowned? I thought we were missing 3. Oh, because I have yellow set. We are missing 3. Okay, I think this is about as good we're gonna get. We have the minus green, unfortunately, but the +2 yellow is so much more important. So I thought the dimensions were slightly off. I think I just accidentally changed it, but there we go. Okay, okay. So that's basically everything then. So that's the team. So if I was wondering, this is probably what you'd run for Pure Faction, or what I plan on doing. Did I see the new banner? Yes, it's +2 green, +1 red, -1 purple or something. We need +2 yellow though. And it doesn't have +2 yellow in it. We need +2 yellow for Mekatar because he's going to be our main damage source due to his boost ratio, which is why we have +2 yellow set. So we had to look at the +2 yellow banners. I'm pretty sure that was the banner, right? It was a green, red into minus purple or something. Pretty sure that's what it was. Somewhere's in here. That's not going to help us too much with this team. Like, it wouldn't be bad. Oh, wait. It's +2 green, +2 red? Wait, what? Why is it plus both? Wait. Hold up. Why is it double? I'm pretty sure that's a glitch. Why is it double? That is so weird. Does it actually function as double? That is so weird. Does it actually function as such? Let's go test it real quick. Fenicio, go quick kill something. Hold up. Why on earth is it double? I still don't feel like that's going to be worth using, though, compared to the thing. But let's go use it real quick. I want to see if it actually counts as double. Where is Labyrinth? Labyrinth, where are you hiding? I'm pretty sure that's unintended. I highly doubt that is intended. Yeah, let's see what happens when we use this. So it should be +3 green, +2 red. Because Leprechaun already has the one. Oh yeah, we have another +1 red off a hero, I forgot, yeah. Right, you have a red on you? Yep, okay. Yeah, it does indeed give you double. I'm not sure if that's intended or not, but it is indeed giving you double. And it does indeed 100% work. That's suspicious. What does the forum say about that? But yeah, it does indeed give you double. That is so weird. It gives you +2 green, +2 red. It's still not worth using with the team. But it does indeed give you 2/2. What does the forum say about that? There's no way that's intended. There's no way that is intended. Have they made any mention on the forum? Yeah, I'm trying to see. Let's see. It was definitely brought up. I'm asking the devs now. They said to make sure you restart your game if you have been playing for a few long sessions. Oh no, that was for something else. Passing this on. Let's see. This is an Android exclusive issue. Oh yeah, she was mentioning something about the Android issue as well. Did she directly mention much about it though? Yeah, I don't see much mention on it. She was mentioning stuff about the Android glitch and a few other things. But, yeah, it's so weird. A +2/+2 banner. I highly doubt that is intended. Highly, highly doubt it. But anyways, let's start getting into faction already. So, faction. Obviously, we can run whatever we want. I believe we're going to run Tesla. Keep it simple. Let's run Tesla the whole time. Nice, simple, no mythic team. Actually, one of the strongest no mythic teams in the game. I should make a video at some point on no mythic teams. There's actually quite a few interesting no mythic teams. No mythic teams without using any kind of sketchy, hard to get weapons. What am I typing in Labyrinth for? I need Holy Saint Astra. And weapon can be pretty much anything. Later on, you'd probably want a armor gain. However, for the earlier battles, mana accumulation is perfectly fine, so we're just going to go Mountain. You can also use Mountain to tank by using, like, Titan Hero class. As far as our current hero class, I kind of want Red Storm. I wish there was another really low mana cost exploder for every color. I don't think there's an exploder that helps with these directly. Was there no one that did it based on White Helm? Though we wouldn't really need to give it effect. It'd be more important to have it on Tesla. Like randomly getting an enchant. But anyways, let's go run. A couple different ways we could do this. I feel like Red Storm would be the way to go, though we could also go a really heavy amount of blue so that Tesla can just get blue like instantly. Which I think we're actually going to go for +3 blue. It makes it so we don't cast Hero Weapon, but realistically we're not really casting Hero Weapon anyways. It's better that Tesla gets our mana. And we just go some kind of blue-red banner. Blue-red, blue-red, blue-red. +2 blue. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we minus the Holy Saint Astra for the most part. So that's +5 blue, +1 red. I think we're good to go on blue. That's a lot of blue. Can Tesla just one turn? Yeah, she could one turn her mana from start since she has half. All you have to do is take a blue. It doesn't even need a surge. Just taking a blue is enough mana to... oh, wait, yes, it does need a surge, actually. But a single blue surge is full mana Tesla. Oh, no, it wouldn't need a surge because she has the 2 mana. Wait, she starts with 9? Yeah, never mind, she wouldn't need a surge because she starts with 7 out of 15. She gets additional 2 off of enchant, which I need to go buy. And then she does that. Okay. Let me go do one battle real quick just to make sure this team saves. Marilith? Marilith where? You could theoretically replace one of the Teslas with Marilith. And for the earlier battles, that'd be okay. The later we get, the less effective that will be, though. Okay, let me go change 2 things. Banner, because I don't believe we set to armor right now. Actually, I don't have any of them set to armor right now. So let's go set to armor. And the other thing we need is... what's the other thing I need to change? I thought there was one other thing. We did that. Oh, yeah. We need to go get our rewards, duh. 1, 2. I'm not sure how deep we're going. 3. Oh, I never did look at this weapon earlier. What's the weapon? Explode a row or column, deal damage to the first enemy, then jumble the enemy team. That's not horrible. It's an interesting utility option. Okay, we bought up to 6. Had the maze set. And I believe that's 1,110, if not mistaken. And then we go 1, or it definitely is. 2. 3. 4. And we'll probably do it to 5. That's 2,110 gems. I think that'll be enough to get us through. Alright, now let's go do things. Am I going to do the 3 normal delve battles first? No, I'm just going to do the 1. I already have the 1 saved. But yes, theoretically, if you want to get max value out of it, you would go do the level 20 delve, the level 30 delve, and the level 40 delve before going and progressing in here. It's very optional. It just gives you a little bit extra loot on 2x multiplier. I was going straight for the main delve, though. I did save one of the 20 rooms, so I did one of the 3. But we're not going to do the other 2. But yes, you can end up doing it for a little bit extra loot. Assuming you haven't started the event yet. Should we do the level 20 delve outside the event? Well, you could do 20, 30, 40 before you start the event, and that gives you a little bit extra loot. I don't know, I guess we'll go do it real quick. I almost always do it. Sometimes I skip it, though. I guess we'll do it this time. All we have to do is just drag this team over there. Let's see. Where's the faction hiding? We won't have potion effects, but we can usually just use whatever. Since we're doing only the super ridiculously low battles, it's the easiest way to get. You know, I'm just going to go with the Teslas still. We're just sticking with the Teslas. I can't actually copy paste the other one because I don't have it on my other team slot yet. I probably should put it over there. What banner did I need again? It was blue-red. I believe that was the team. Okay, let's go head through these real quick. This gives a little bit extra loot doing it this way. It's not required, but there's a little bit of free loot. Might as well. It's on 2x multiplier instead of the normal 1x. It's a lot of really quick free loot, since not only are they super low level battles, but they're also 2x multiplier. And you can do 3 battles this way. We'll do the first 2 and we'll delay the other. We'll do the other one later. So that'll still give us the full value of it. It'll still give the 2x multiplier, because it does the multiplier based on when you start the delve, not based on when you finish it. So if you start it while you're at only level like 40 on 2x multiplier, and then you don't get back to it until you've done pure faction already, it still counts for the 2x multiplier, because it counts when you initially do it, not when you finish it. Oh, we don't have enchant, do we? Not here, we don't. It would have been full mana otherwise. But yeah, Labyrinth seems like it has a pretty straightforward path. You take every single room all the way until the corner treasure room. Well, I'm pretty sure that's a treasure room. There's no way that's not a treasure room. And then you go take the 2 room. I'm pretty sure that's the order you would do. Oh, actually, you might have 2 treasure rooms. Yes, this team can go all the way to 200. That is, sorry, all the way to 500. That is correct. This team never falls off that we're using right now. You can do it everything from 20 to 500 and it'll work. It's not any slower at 20 than it is at 500. Well, maybe ever so slightly, you know. Because obviously as their stats get higher, they get a little tankier. But she also scales her damage relatively. Wait, that doesn't unlock the room? Hold up. How's this delve work? I thought that's how the maze thingy worked. Wait, does this maze connect with that maze and then it's cut off? Okay, now I'm confused. What's the order for this place? I think this is still the order. Based on how the mazy thing was. Okay, that's weird. Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure that connects to that, maze-wise. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, no, it actually doesn't. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, I see. So this is basically like a double corner, and then the other thing loops all the way around. War Priest? What does War Priest have? I actually can't remember. The main reason I'm using Corsair right now is for +3 blue. However, for the later delves, we're probably going to be using like Titan or something similar for half mana start into barrier. But for the earlier battles, I'm just feeding all into Tesla. Does the top loop all the way around? I assumed it would follow like the little mazy path thingy. There's not much of a need to start with top low. If that's always a tier 2 into a treasure room, you'd pretty much always take it last. Anyways. But yeah, it seems to be tier 2 into a random treasure room, is what this always is. So the order seems like it's pretty much always going to be tier 5, tier 4, tier 2 because it's in your way, tier 3, whatever that is. Or both of these. I think this is a random treasure room as well, yeah. Same one twice, though. But yeah, I think the order is always going to be there. Just because that tier 2 is so low. The other tier 2 you have to take just because it's in your way. And it seems like it might have 2 treasure rooms. One right before the boss and the other one hidden behind a room. Hidden behind a tier 2. Oh yeah, it does count as a human class, so you do get half mana start off of it. True. It is a lot of classes with half mana start. Or, you know, natural half mana start. If anyone else has any other questions, let me know. Let's see. We'll take that. Oh, I should take a blue there. Well, likely we cascade full mana, so it doesn't really matter. And this will be the last one we do until we start getting to the normal battles. But yeah, this is completely optional what we're doing right now, but if you remember to do it beforehand, it gives you a little bit extra loot. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes I do it. It was mentioned in chat, so I figured we'd do it this time. It doesn't take that long, and it gives quite a bit of loot for the time, because you have 2 times multiplier while you're doing this. Can you use Tesla for any red delve? Yes and no. Theoretically, yes. However, you kind of need green or yellow as one of your colors, so you could use Holy Saint Astra. The reason for Holy Saint Astra is she half mana starts Tesla, which substantially increases her speed. She can also throw a buff at it and get an enchant. However, the main aspect that you use it for is for the half mana start. But being able to use Holy Saint Astra is pretty important with a Tesla team, because that's where it gets all of its speed from, is Holy Saint Astra. It would still work without Holy Saint Astra, but be a bit slower. Kind of like how Rowan is a little bit worse if you can't use Mirage Queen. It unlocks the corner room, which you can clear first. Well, I guess it depends which treasure room is the bigger treasure room. As to which order you would take then, if that does loop all the way around. Because it would depend what that would be. But you could theoretically stop before the 2 room, go over there, and then into that. Either way, you're skipping a tier 2. Oh, I didn't want to run away. Finish out this battle. Wait, how would you take the 2 treasure last? Can you, like, literally skip over the room? Because regardless, you'd have to take a treasure room to get to the other one. I highly doubt you can cut over the whole room. Really? You don't have to do the treasure to unlock the corner? Interesting. Also, over 4 times multiplier. Nice. Interesting. So you could just do that room and it unlocks that room? That is very mazy. Which means the order would then be tier 5, tier 4, tier 2, tier 2, tier 3. Or something along those lines. Theoretically be tier 2, tier 3, tier 2, and then do them. If you don't want to go all over the place there. I don't know, we'll go try it on the first time we go to the delve. Any other location. Alright, let's go check. That's not what event I want. We're already done with that. Let's see. Headed over to games. Okay. So let me finish out this area. Take to tier 3, take to tier 2, take to tier 5. Yeah, we'll try doing that for next one. Hello, Ricardo! Welcome. Hey, Valerie been already nice. That's what we want to see. We'll stick whatever and then kill it. Nice quick burst damage. Yes, I saw that the new banner was 221. Some people mentioned it. I'm pretty sure that's not intended. I am pretty certain that is not intended. Imagine how pay to win it would be if every warband banner was +2, +2, -1. Luckily, that is not the case. But imagine, it could have been more pay to win. That's not really that pay to win. Banner choice does matter. However, it's not that huge of an impact, normally. Like, there's normally a banner that's perfectly fine, even if it's not 100% optimal. But yeah, +2/+2 banners would be very weird if they ever came into the game. I'm pretty sure that's unintended, though. Hello, Lars! Welcome! Okay, so let's go test this theory. We'll go do the tier 5, we'll do the tier 4, then we'll do the up tier 2. Paywalled achievement. Well, you can get it by natural means. I'm already halfway through all the warbands, and I haven't spent a cent on them yet. It comes down to luck off your daily offer thingy. Because there's two different ones. One on the non-VIP side of the offer, and the other one on the VIP side. Which I guess the VIP 6 one technically costs money. Or costs money in the past, anyways. Doesn't directly cost money. Alright, let's see if this works. So I'm going to take this tier 2. And this is guaranteed treasure, right? Yeah, so this is guaranteed treasure, and this is guaranteed treasure. So let's test this theory. Someone said that if we take this room, it allows us to do the corner. It seems very weird, but it might. It is a maze after all. Not impossible. Alright, let's see if this unlocks the corner. It does indeed lock the corner. That is so weird. So yeah, that would be the order you would do then. You would take the two bottom ones, you would take the top one, and then you'd go straight into the corner, and then you take the two treasure rooms. That is such a weird order. But that is indeed the order. So now we take this tier 2. Then we take the tier 4, then we take the tier 3, then we finish out the delve. And now I'll maximize your treasure rooms if you want to maximize treasure rooms. That also means if you're going for a rush path, you actually can do one. Wait. Yeah, that means the rush path is one whole battle less. If that's the case. Because that means the rush path is do this room, do this room, do this room, do this room, do that room. Right, it's a 5 to finish. No, you gotta do 5 rooms to finish. Even with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Are we gonna be skipping at all? Yeah, and the other way is 6 rooms, gosh. But yeah, the quickest way you can finish is 5-room finish. Luckily we have Tesla, so it's not that bad. What is the difference between maximizing treasure room versus maximizing multiplier? When you're maximizing treasure rooms, you save the treasure rooms for last, regardless of what their multiplier is. Whereas, if you're maximizing multiplier, you just take the multiplier order. Wait, is it 4 room? What am I missing? That's 4 room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Wait, can you skip over to that from there as well? 1, 2, 3. That would still be 5. Wait, can you skip from there to middle? I wasn't even paying attention then. Can you go 1, 2, 3, 4? Hold up, you might be able to skip from there to middle. I don't know, am I missing something? Can you actually skip from the corner to middle? It didn't look like it worked for the bottom right corner, but it might work for the top left corner. That was the first time we bothered doing one. Both paths are 4 rooms. Are they? Am I going crazy? Let's see. Let me double check. So we do 1 room here. Well, let me go do the bottom first because we need to get the multiplier. So both ways are only 4. Let me see. Oh, bottom middle room unlocks the ends. Aha. So that's probably what it is. This room to that room to that room. And this room to that room to that room. Okay, let me see. That is so weird. Why must it be a maze? It definitely has that maze aesthetic. Oh yeah, it does go straight to the middle. Interesting. So that also means 2 to 3 to middle also probably goes to middle. If that's the case. That's so weird. But yeah, here goes the middle, and here goes the middle. That is such a weird format. That does appear to be what it is. I couldn't tell because we already had the middle unlocked, so I couldn't tell the top right unlocked middle. But yeah, both ways are only 4 room. That's not as bad then, if we do rush method later. I'm not sure if we're going to do some rush method. We probably will. Some capacity. Wait, only bottom to middle? Wait, someone was saying that top is also only 4. Then how does top do 4 then? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if this doesn't lead to middle, that's the top is 5 rather than 4. Let's see. As I late gaming, what did I miss in chat? Enter that. Someone said both paths are 4 rooms. Which would imply that it would be... Actually, you were the one who said that. Both paths being 4 rooms. Because in that case, the top wouldn't be 4 rooms then. Actually, wait, why am I taking this one? Take that one first. Let's see. I read the word bottom as both. Oh, bottom path. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, apparently I'm tired this morning. Confirmed. Oh yeah, the new pet's really adorable. I didn't even show the new pet yet. It is absolutely adorable. We'll probably have it, actually, probably won't have it till tomorrow night. I don't think we'll have it today. We could have it today, but we're going to be splitting it up between the streams. Let's see. I don't know. We might go for it tonight. We'll see. Depends how much progress we get between then. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a tomorrow night thing, though. Yes, I did see that. Infinity Plus 2 is now owned by 505 Games as of yesterday. Actually, probably even earlier than that, but it was officially announced yesterday. Yep, 505 Games has officially bought them out. So now Infinity Plus 2 is officially a part of 505 Games, which originally was just a publisher, but now it's literally a subsidiary of them. What is the difference in rewards for maximizing multiplier versus maximizing treasure rooms? I answered that earlier. Why would you maximize one versus the other? Maximizing multiplier gives you the most amount of points. Maximizing treasure room gives you the most amount of loot. Which is why you would do them. Or one over the other. So if you're looking for leaderboard, you would take multiplier order strictly. But if you're just going through and trying to maximize your loot as you're going through, which is what we're trying to do, you would go for treasure rooms last in order to maximize on treasure. Because we don't care how many points we get. I'm not going for leaderboard. And we'll easily do all to stage 16 with Pure Faction. Doesn't matter what order you do, you will get it done by then. Hello, Matrix! Welcome. Also, hello, everyone stopping by. Great to see a lot of people. Hope all of you have been having a wonderful weekend. Well, I guess it's technically not weekend. Yeah, I always consider Friday the start of the weekend, though, these days. It's technically the weekend, kind of. So we'll have a redeem code in a little bit as well. Probably do it around 150 once we hit around there in Faction. Maybe a little bit earlier. 150 is still a while away. I feel like Faction event in general takes about 4 to 5 hours, I think. Maybe a little bit longer. Which it might be a little bit closer to 6. Depends really what teams you have access to. This is one of the quicker ones, though, which is why I say it a little lower. Because we do have access to Tesla. How's the Delve deck working for you? Any advice on this particular Delve? For what, Pure Faction or just in general? As far as leading up to it, Tesla's pretty good. Rowan, you can't half mana start, but still would work pretty good. You have access to Catches the Bulls if you have Yasmin's Pride to Catches the Bull combo. And there's a couple Skull Spam teams you could probably get away with. Overall, I feel like Tesla's the best method. Yeah, Pure Faction will be really annoying. You got to utilize the boost ratio off of the red-yellow guy. He's going to be the main way you win. You got to kill their armor out before they get to do anything, and you got to pressure them with your red-yellows. You do luckily have a barrier, but unfortunately that barrier option does not have attack gain, which makes it a little bit clunkier to use. If you had attack gain, the Faction would be super easy. He's really good at not dying, though. He's just not good at pressuring damage, and you want to pressure damage with the red-yellow guys first. Okay, what do we need here? Let's go grab ourselves a bit of mana. He'll just die out. Tesla him dead. Easy. Okay, I'll take a blue, and he's dead. Well, Pure Faction isn't required to get the pet. It is required to max it, though. And generally, if you're doing a lot of the event, you'd want to do the Pure Faction anyways. Oh, no, I don't feel like the Pure Faction is going to be too bad, but I haven't gotten there yet. It seems like it's going to be a little bit like the Gargoyle one. However, it's boosted by armor and not by attack, so you can actually reduce down their armor if you pressure them quick enough. But yeah, he's basically going to be like a gargoyle prior to reducing down his armor, which makes it very annoying. But as long as you pressure them quick enough, I don't think it's going to be too big a deal. But yeah, the new troop here is kind of like Gargoyle. Actually, it's basically exactly Gargoyle, just with the armor boost ratio. Like, it is so ridiculously similar to Gargoyle. Luckily, it doesn't have spell reduction or anything, so it should be easier to pressure. And once you lower down their armor, you shouldn't be as big of a threat. You'll still have to worry about the mythic, I mean the legends, but the one that has boost ratio shouldn't be as big a deal once you get your own boost ratio one down on it. It seems to be a pretty consistent order. You take the bottom two, you take top left, you take top right, you take the bottom two, or the the one that's actually two, not the two at the bottom. That's confusing. But the order is essentially the same every single time. It's these two, that one, that one, that one, and then the two treasure rooms based on which one is higher multiplier. That seems to be the order. Alright, we'll take that over, get our Tesla down. Nice little Valraven coming to play. Replenishing our sigils. Now we'll take this. Ah, Cedric room. Oh well, not too big a deal. Okay, what do we need here? We'll grab, oh, I don't have anything good. Let's take that off the sky, try to get something from Sky. Didn't get it, let's take that over, Tesla him dead. Yes, Delve somewhat matters in Delves. It makes a small difference regarding points and loot. For the most part, it doesn't matter too much, but it does have like about a 10% impact. It's not much, but doing optimal order is favorable compared to just taking rooms at random. The quest line will never die in any one shot. I know, right? I did it with Phoenicia at the time just because we were already set to it. But yeah, one shot dead. It was pretty funny. I still find it amazing that they actually took it from Puzzle Quest 1, which of course is a game that they made. A lot of lore overlap. Because the whole premise for this faction was mentioned in Puzzle Quest 1. Related to the tourists. With the whole death thingy. Also, we might actually reach level 1,610 off of this, gosh. They go down so quick. A lot of these will be one-shot, and even once we get a little bit deeper, they're still going to be 2 or 3-shot. They will start to take slightly longer as we keep going deeper, though. But our boost ratio keeps up to the point where I think we always 3-shot at minimum. Or at maximum, I mean. And let's say revive, that is. So we'll take this one, we'll take the tier 4, we'll take the tier 2, and then... Oh, I actually need to take the tier 2 first, I forgot. Doesn't seem like we should, but if we want the slightly better treasure, it's not that big a deal, though. However, it also doesn't matter what our points are, so I might as well just take that order. I'm already getting the habit of just doing this order now, so might as well keep doing that order. Not sure how far we're going to go this stream. Probably to like 300 or 400. 350. Depends if we start doing skip method or not. Which I do want to start implementing. I want to make sure we have most of our sigils by then. Ooh, we're already not one-shotting. So you can do armor buff off the thing if you need to. Sometimes it's actually worth it, because if we do an armor buff there, that will actually be enough for Tesla to kill. If the other Tesla didn't already have full mana. If you don't have Tesla, you can still get away with Rowan or Ski a Shield for this kingdom. which everyone pretty much has. If you don't have a Rescue Shield yet, you get it for 250 wins off the Sentinel hero class. Yeah, that's like the cheapest thing you could do to roll through this faction. And similarly, like Tesla, it would also work all the way from 20 to 500. Though it would slow down a bit towards the later battles compared to other options. But it would still work. Tesla won't really slow down though. I'm pretty sure 3 is the max amount of cast unless they revive. In which case everything would need to cast more if they revived. You're currently at 380 and yes, 3 Tesla shots. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I've known from other factions. I don't think it ever goes higher than that, unless your stats were really low. I'm pretty sure you can always get away with 3 shots the entire time. This is the maximum required. Why'd I choose Corsair plus 3 blue? We don't really need to cast our hero. Maybe once we get to shield we might. But at the moment I just want her to get mana quicker. And Corsair gives plus 3 blue. We're actually at plus 5 total blue right now. Between Banner and Corsair class. As I take a red. Well, there's no blue on the board. Though we do have plus 1, I believe, into red right now, don't we? What's our banner right now? Yeah, we have plus 1 into red, plus 2 to blue. I do have a minus 1 green, but it works still. We're generally not trying to cast Holy Saint Astra. She's mostly just there for the half start. Oh, why'd I get a second Tesla? We don't need one. Unless the stats are really high, we don't need to take the other casts. What is the minimum you should upgrade the Horde? Or 100? 100 is the minimum you should ever go. 100 is the absolute bare minimum because that's what you need to also get the max amount of points for the thing. But yeah, you don't technically need to go higher than 100. 100 with 50%, or even just 100 with no 50% off the kingdom thingy, is perfectly fine. You don't really need higher than 100. It just makes things quicker. But no, it's technically not required to go above 100 on any kingdom ever. The only reason for doing so is it speeds things up. It also makes pure faction easier. Which is the other really big reason. It makes pure faction take like minutes upon minutes quicker. And by minutes, I mean like dozens of minutes sometimes. Because, gosh, pure faction final battle can be really annoying for some kingdoms. And this one's probably no different. Probably not the most annoying, though. I think you just need to get a lead on the enemy and you'll be fine. And with first turn advantage, it shouldn't be too bad. If you have 4 troops going into the final, I feel like it's going to be pretty easy. If you lose any, it's going to be a lot harder, though. But luckily, the first slot has barrier, so you should be able to maintain the full team for final. I'll find out when we get there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how far we're going to go this stream. Probably to like 300-ish. Maybe a little bit deeper. We are using Tesla, so it is one of the quicker options that you have for a delve. So we might be able to get a little bit deeper than expected. Did I say 490? I didn't say 490 at any point. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I normally like splitting it between today and tomorrow just because it gives us something interesting to do for Saturday night. Especially since Saturday night is always our least viewed stream. So doing pure faction for it normally gets people into it. Whereas normally we don't do anything out of the ordinary normally on a Saturday night. Normally it's just like token grinding or something. Because generally by Saturday you finish literally every event. Like normally you would have finished the Friday event by then. You would have finished the weekly event by then. You would finish like pretty much everything by Saturday night normally. And then Sunday night we go over all the spoiler stuff always. How many tier 7 did I buy? 5. It's 2,110 gems total is what we spent for the event. I plan on doing some skip method. Not sure how much though. We might go to 300 until we start skipping. Might even just go no skip, we'll see. I'm probably not going to go no skip though. I have no intention on making a leaderboard. I'm not even sure how far you would even need to go to make leaderboard. Like how many tiers. It must be really expensive for this event. Because the default is already really high compared to other events. Like how far you would go. Because by default, a lot of people are going to do pure faction. And that's already like at minimum like 1,910 gems or so. Maybe even 1,710 if you do it really, if you wait all the way to the final day. I'm pretty sure you can get away with doing it for 1,710. But generally it's about 2,000 or so. And that's like the average area. Like leaderboard's probably like almost 3,000 doing every single battle to make leaderboard or something. Or maybe a little bit lower than that. How many gems needed if you do no skip method? I believe 1,710 is the cheapest you can get it done, though it might take all the way till Sunday. It's either 1,710 or 1,910. I used to think it was 1,910, but some people did mention it was 1,710. So if you wait all the way till Sunday, you might get enough battles to do it with 1,710 then, which is basically buying tier 3 3 times. I mean, sorry, tier 7 3 times, I mean. Regardless, you have to buy tier 7 some amount of times. But, yeah, tier 7 3 times, I believe, is bare minimum for completion. And that's 100% no skip and having to wait till, like, Saturday or Sunday. Probably Sunday. Because, of course, you would need those daily 3 battles to cover the rest, the 2 days. That's not too much cheaper than how we're doing it now. It's 400 cheaper. You do have to keep in mind, it does make pure faction harder, though, if you do it that way. Because you'll have less bonus stats for pure faction. Which isn't too big a deal. But it can be for some pure factions. This pure faction is a little annoying. I don't feel like it's going to be super annoying, though. It's kind of like a slightly less annoying version of Hall of Guardians. Like, it's definitely not going to be harder than Hall of Guardians. Oh, it's even possible on Saturday with Lucky Valkyrie. It's interesting. Yeah, that comes out to 1,710 gems then. Which is what I mentioned. I always mention it as gem value. But yeah, that is 3 tier 7s. Oh, that's not the room I want. Or is it? I always contemplate on if it's actually worth going for, just because of how big a multiplier it is. The tier 5 treasure room. Because its overall treasure loot isn't much higher, but it has such a big multiplier. I've never bothered doing the math to figure that out. Mostly because the amount of time it would take to do so is just not worth it. Relative to how little loot difference it would make. Because you would have to apply the multiplier effect to every subsequent room that you're about to do. And see if it's higher loot overall than doing it the other way around. Which it might be. Yeah, I'm currently running with 50%. I always upgrade kingdoms these days based on whichever one's getting 50% next. Right now it's Wild Plains, obviously, which is happening right now. The next one is Carecroft, though most people would already have Carecroft upgraded because it's a Magic Kingdom. So if you haven't already done that, make sure you get your Carecroft Magic Kingdom to 15 stars. I mean, not 15 stars, sorry, to level 15, I mean. The one that requires deeds. And the reason you want to do that is not just for the permanent +1 magic, That is also the next faction that's happening after this faction. Obviously, that's a little while away from now, but that is the next faction coming up, which is like 6 weeks or so from now. Obviously, since we just got one today, still got a little while before it. It'll be like late February by then. But that's the next one you'd want to focus on getting upgraded if you don't already have it to 15. Well, technically 14 gives you the horde bonus, but obviously 15 you'd want that magic, that permanent +1 magic. I'm just gonna throw a Mountain Crusher for once. We have it, might as well use it. I think that's the first time we cast a Mountain Crusher this entire time. Later on, you'd probably replace it out for a Skill Shield. Honestly, I'm not really even using Hero though. I'm mostly just using it for his +3 blue in order to get Tesla up quicker. It's like the whole reason why we're using it. Pretty much the only reason why we're using it. I'll hand out the redeem code soon. Like I said earlier, at 150. And we're almost there. Yeah, at the beginning of 150, I think we'll do it. Not at the end of 150. Hand out the code. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. And thank you everyone for stopping by, all the new faces stopping by. Most of you aren't chatting, but based on the viewer count, you are lurking out there. So thanks for stopping by, always greatly appreciated. We stream every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Friday mornings, normally going over new stuff, and there's just like almost no new stuff to go over. Well, obviously today's a bigger day because new faction. We'll cover a video on it later as well. Hopefully later today. I normally like doing pure faction before I do the video though. Sometimes I do it prior. Just because sometimes you learn info from doing pure faction that you wouldn't have known prior. As far as how to do pure faction. Let's see, we'll take this one. Okay, what do we even go for here? Take that down, get our Tesla going. Lurk. Hello, Jeremy, welcome. Oh, wait, I don't want that. Or do I? Oh, I'm still not sure. I need to do the advanced math on that map at some point. Pretty sure someone has. Thank you, Ian. Greatly appreciated. Yes, as Ian mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. It's up helping out a lot. It's greatly appreciated. Helps people find the channel. Yeah, we'll take this one, take top left, take the right one, and we'll be good to go. 2 treasure rooms. Okay, what do we go for here? Take a blue, let him have the skull, doesn't even matter. AI takes the extra turn quicker than us anyways. It's actually beneficial to let the AI take extra turns if it's not going to cause you to lose the battle or slow down the battle. The reason for this is the AI actually takes it quicker than any human can, especially when there's multiple on the board. So it's actually strategic to give the enemy multiple extra turns sometimes, because it actually saves you time. Might seem weird to do so, but it is actually time beneficial in many instances. Just because the AI will automatically take it. And even if you're really quick at taking them, the AI can normally do it quicker. Hello, Chris. Welcome. And hello, True. Welcome. Oh, what do we even go for here? We'll take that over. Take a blue. Get our Tesla down. You just completed pure faction with your suggested team. Oh, no problem. Glad it helped. Well, now we know. It works. It does indeed work. Confirmed. Okay, maybe we'll cover the video later today then. We have confirmation it works. But yeah, basically, just you focus on spamming the Mekatar. Use this guy as your tank. You spam the Mekatar. Use the Legend for half mana start. You don't use any copy of him. You just go double Mekatar. Basically, use this team, but double Mekatar in the middle is basically what you do. And you just use a slightly different banner because you want to focus on yellow because Mekatar is your main option due to his boost ratio. Hey, level 10 chest. I think that might be our first level 10 chest this cycle. We got a little bit of everything. Yeah, the bottom path. Yeah, the bottom path's definitely the way to go. You would take the first room, second room, third room, final. You do have to go through 2 pretty beefy rooms though, but it is required. But yeah, that's the path for pure faction. It's here, here. Would be the path. We kind of start it every single time, but obviously we dart around all over the place. Can we get the team code? Oh yeah, let me go get the team code in the chat. Which I have both the team codes. Let me go put them both in the same pin. I'll mention it for the video as well. And a few other teams other than just Tesla, although you could literally just get away with Tesla only. Some people don't have Tesla, even though it's a lower rarity option. It is a legend still. Okay, let me go bring up Chrome real quick. Let's see. Let's see, that's my live streamy thing. Let's see, where's my channel? To the channel! Let me get rid of this because we don't need that. Go to my live stream. Leave a like on my own stream. Mute it so we don't have double audio. That'd be very annoying. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, let me go get the team set up. Oh, did I not save the other team yet? What a fail. I could always copy it from the thing, though. I don't think I started this one yet. So let me go to Labyrinth, go to here, copy the team from here. That's all my copy paste. Then let's go put it over here, because when we do it for a video later, we'll need it. Let's see. Ah, Tesla doesn't fit. Fail. Aha! Exact amount. That's not what I wanted. Paste team. Okay. And now we need to go get both these teams in there. So we need to get that one, copy paste. Let's see. Faction team. Or faction level 20 to 500. Pure faction. I hate that you can't do like an indent on YouTube. You'd have to do like 2 different comments, but you can't pin 2 different comments. So we'll do it this way. Okay, I think that works. Alright, there you guys go. And now we pin it. Oops, I almost clicked delete. Why would you put it both next to each other? Pin message and delete message. I did a kind of a bunch of little dashy lines to kind of divide them. I'm not sure if that really worked properly. There's no way to properly indent. But there we go. There's the 2 teams. And now just pin for everyone to see for the rest of the stream. Oh, there you go. You just copy paste from that. First one's the Tesla team, and the second one, of course, is Pure Faction. If anyone has reached Pure Faction yet. Which quite a few people might have, if you've been doing it since the beginning. It's been out for like 9 hours now. Even though we've only been doing it for like an hour or so. Hour and a half. Okay, anyways, let's get back to doing it. Catch you later, Kyle. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Is the maze banner truly a +2/+2? Yes, it does currently function as a +2/+2. I highly doubt that is intended, though. I'm pretty sure they will be fixing that at some point. Highly, highly doubt that is intended. Exceedingly unlikely that is actually intended. But yes, it does currently work as a +2/+2. So currently, at this exact moment in time, you can be using it as such. It is likely not to stay as such, though. Catch you later, True. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Yes, you can get away with Ferocity as well. He does end up getting quite a bit of boost ratio on them. But yeah, there's Tesla, there's Ferocity, there's Red Skull Spam, there's Rowan, there's Catches the Bold, Yasmin's Pride. There's probably a few others I'm forgetting as far as options for this delve. For earlier battles, you can get away with Tina 9000 and such as well. Actually, Tina 9000, the Weaver, you can actually use as well. Even the elf team, like an Orb Weaver elf team. I'm not sure you'd really want to use that though. But an Orb Weaver elf team, I think actually has all the requirements of a red-green. Since you're allowed to use whatever colored weapon. Oh, don't you revive. Stop delaying the inevitable. I'm gonna go get them enchant, I guess. Still a little short on mana, but there we go. So what's the quickest path to the boss room for all faction run? It's the bottom 3. It's this room. It's this one, this one, this one, that one. Leads directly to pure faction. Or to the final boss thingy. What battle order do I suggest? The order is, I'm gonna show it in a second. I'll show it on New Delve. It might make a little bit more sense. Because currently all of our rooms have been taken from their multiplier. So I'm gonna go finish out this delve and then I'll go show the order. We've been doing the same order every single time at this point. Seems to be the way. It's the way based on treasure. It's not based on optimal score though. You would actually do it differently if you were going for optimal score. But if you're just doing it for overall loot, which most people probably are. It's the order that we keep doing. But it's this order. Yeah, there's 3 main orders you would take. The first one is if you're doing pure faction or just rushing it down, you would do this one, then a tier 5, then a tier 4, then that leads you directly to the boss room. The one that we keep doing, which is for highest amount of treasure, is you take the tier 1, this tier 5, this tier 4. You then go all the way over here to take this tier 2, then this tier 3, then this tier 2. And then you do the 2 treasure rooms based on which one is higher. So in this case, we do this tier 5, and then that tier 2. So a little bit of jumping all over the place, but basically it's this one, this one, this one, this one. Then you jump all the way to that corner, this one, then this one, and then you take the 2 treasure rooms based on which one is higher. But you want to save the 2 treasure rooms for last if you're doing loot order. And there's also a multiplier order, which is pretty straightforward. You just take highest multiplier and work your way to lowest multiplier. Hello, Tyrian. Welcome. Well, I hope you're actually working. And not overly watching us. But thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's a nice start. Oh no, explosion's gonna ruin it. No! I hate when that happens. That's the only bad thing about factions sometimes. Like, you get a perfect starting board, and then it's like, oh, we're still gonna explode anyways. From that 4 explosion from the thing. I think it's from tier 2, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, as you can see here, we can actually go straight to the boss if we want to, which is what you would do for short path. However, of course, we're doing all the rooms. Or at least currently we're doing all the rooms. We're probably going to do skip method towards the later end. But for now, we're still doing all rooms. Oh, that's slightly mana short. Whoops. Oh well. Why do I use level 200 delve on all my places? Why do I do all of them that way? If I have enough treasure, I do. This time around, I went for 155, which is basically 150. The reason I specifically went to 155 is if you go 5 higher, you get 2 extra magic. It actually goes up by 2 rather than 1 due to how the thing is with 50% extra. So I went to that point. Because the way that 50% works, it kind of rounds up occasionally and gives you 2 instead of 1. It's kind of weird, but it does. But for that reason, I went to 155. Because you get 2 whole magic for doing so, as well as a few other stats. Because normally whenever you get a magic increase, it's only 1. But there's actually 2 areas where it gives 2. I forget where the first one is, but the second one's at 155, if you have 50%. I completely forget where the first one is, but I'm pretty sure it's at like 70 or 80 something. And since you go to 100 anyways, that one doesn't really matter as much. I'll take that one over. Get our Tesla. Should be enough to kill just off of that. I don't think we need any extra boost. First, you could do her for a little bit extra armor. It's not too big a deal, though. You normally don't need Holy Saint Asher for the armor. If anything else, you're using it for the enchant for when you need to recast them. Oh, why did I do that? I think we already have kill. Yes, we do. I forgot the treasure has much lower stats than the average trooper we're going to see. Okay, once we finish out next delve, we'll go hand out a code. I said at 150 would do code, and that would be 150 at that point. But yeah, these are going pretty quick. Tesla's really nice. She's basically the Iron Gut of low rarity delving. That's basically what she is. We're one turn short on mana, but there we go. We already got over mana. That was a really lucky cascade. Random question. How many Underworld factions left? I think we have 26 right now, so that would mean 8 would be remaining. So we're getting close to the final stretch. Have they announced plans for what comes after? No, but we're likely getting another world. They have mentioned they know what they're going to do this year for it. However, what it is, we don't know. It'll probably be early summer. Though it might be even earlier for that patch. Might even be March or April. But we're definitely getting a patch that will be doing something after this. What exactly, well, we don't currently know. But we'll find out in the upcoming months. But yeah, currently it is not known what the next format will be after this. Because basically, the whole point of factions was to replace kingdoms. So kingdoms back in the day used to come in about every few months, and like every 2 to 3 months, and we'd get a brand new kingdom, which was a really huge event, probably even bigger than factions were currently, where it basically brings in, well, it's about as big as a faction event is, but basically it brought in a bunch of new troops and a new weapon and a bunch of other stuff. It's kind of like almost like a faction, but a little bit bigger, because it would bring in normally about 8 troops or so, whereas factions bring in 4 troops, but are more frequent. So theoretically, factions do the same effectiveness. But basically, the whole point of factions was to replace out the old kingdom system, where they'd add a new kingdom every 2 or 3 months, because they couldn't keep doing that, otherwise they'd have way too many kingdoms. Honestly, they already have way too many kingdoms, but based on how rotations work in this game. But basically, factions were the replacement for that. However, if they still want to have a replacement for that replacement, yeah, they need to figure out something for it. They probably already know, we just don't know publicly what it is. But they definitely have something planned. We'll find out in the upcoming months. The patch will definitely be by early summer, so we'll probably find out sooner than that. How much sooner, we'll have to see. Any confirmation for special reward for high renown? I sure hope so. They did mention in the past that they were going to do something special. Honestly, I really hope we get a Doom Troop as the very last reward once we reach like max faction or something. I know some people wouldn't like that, but I want to see something really huge for it. They did mention way back in the past that they would, so that doesn't mean they will. But I do hope we get a Doom Troop related to Max Faction Renown. It'd be the first Doom Troop that doesn't require Power Orbs as well, if they do it that way. Okay, after this battle, we'll go hand out a code. We'll have another one when we do our nightly stream tonight, which will basically just be continuing what we're doing now. Probably go for about another hour and a half right now. Maybe 2 hours, we'll see. I want to go to probably about 300, 400, somewhere around there. This stream. Then tonight we'll probably finish like most of the rest of our sigils or something. And then tomorrow night we'll do pure faction. Okay, let me go hand out a code. I do not have the page currently open for it, which also reminds me, I keep mentioning that too the last couple streams. I need to go ask them for more codes. We're running low. I have enough for about 2 weeks. I think slightly less than 2 weeks at this point. Normally I like asking at least a week in advance, just because it takes them some time normally. Okay, put that there, put that there. Put that over there, put that over there, put that over there. Paste that in, put that over there, copy that, and here you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters starting with RH3. Use it right at that link over there, or go to gemsofwar.com for the game code section. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And does only work on the PC mobile version of the game, unfortunately. But there you guys go. Enjoy. And of course, the mythic isn't in the drop table anymore, so if you want to open your keys for random mythics, you can. Theoretically, it is in the drop table, but it's not the exclusive mythic anymore. So it's still 1 out of however many mythics there are in the game chance that you would still get it when you get a mythic. Though obviously the chance being ridiculously low. Pretty sure if we check global chat, we could see some people still getting oh yeah, I forgot I don't have global chat open. I kind of got it out of it when we did the video this Monday, and I never bothered going back into global. But yeah, someone got ZealPotchly. And that's the only one we see because I haven't kept chat open this entire time. Alright, anyways, let's go back to the thingy. As you can see, he's out of the drop table now. Well, he's not out of the drop table. He's just not the only mythic in the drop table now. And of course, event key drop table is still the same thing it's been all week. Which means if you're still trying to get Asuna, she's still in event keys for a few more days. If you want to get her. She's the only mythic related to that kingdom. So if you're looking to upgrade Bright Forest, she is the only way to upgrade it currently. That will change in the future, obviously, but as it currently stands, Suna's the only way to upgrade it. There's a good chance whatever the other Bright Forest mythic is will be better than Suna, though. As it currently stands, she's the only method. If nothing else, you want to open up some event keys to go get Queen Titania. Queen Titania, Summer, and Leprechaun, if you don't already have a Leprechaun, are really good things to go and get. Particularly Tina 9000, oh, sorry, not Tina, gosh, Queen Titania and Queen Titania and Leprechaun in particular, you definitely want to make sure you leave this week with, if you don't already have them through event keys. Did they say once in a dev chat that they are doing Upper Worlds? Yes, they were planning on doing something like that. It was never 100% confirmed, but they were considering of doing like a overworld or, you know, kind of thing, almost like a heaven-like area, since they did it Underworld. That was rumored. It is still definitely possible that that will become a thing. However, they have never 100% confirmed that they will be doing it, even though it was something they said they were probably going to do when they do it. But they never 100% confirmed that that is what they're going to do. It would make sense, though. Basically an opposite of an Underworld. Who knows, we might even get a new kingdom to coincide with it. Underworld came with a new kingdom. It was the very last kingdom that ever came into the game. And it is safe for very special events. Or, you know, for something really special, they might eventually do another kingdom. And that seems like a pretty special event if we get a whole nother world. That's pretty huge. I'll find out when it happens. Oh, that's scary. That can actually do a lot of damage to our blues. Luckily, they have enough durability that I don't think that's going to matter too much. I think it still catch you off guard, especially if they double tap one. Hello, Sfroom! Welcome. Hello, Jason Vadinor. Say hi. Welcome, welcome. And Raji. You were wondering something, maybe you might know. Do you know when Phoenicia will be available in SoulForge? It's completely random. Event keys, I'm not sure if we currently know. Phoenicia is associated to Suncrest, if I'm not mistaken. Right, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I cannot type. There we go. Let's see. Do we know when the next Suncrest event is? Next Suncrest is the 22nd, February 22nd. February 22nd is when you'd be able to go get Phoenicia with event keys. As far as SoulForge, it's completely random. We would have no way of knowing in advance when it would come to SoulForge. But as far as it coming to event keys, it'll be February 22nd. So you got about a month and a half. We're missing a green and blue kingdom to have 6 of 6 for each. Sounds about right. I hope they would do the colors evenly when they do them. I feel like if we were to get 2 more kingdoms, one of them would be when we get the overworld, or, you know, whatever they're doing for the next area that will be coming later this year. Any other one would be if they ever do another language localization, maybe Japanese or something else. They did Puzzle Quest 1 in Japanese. I'm actually surprised they haven't done this one in Japanese yet. There's just not enough market for it. Because they have done Kingdom for localization before. I believe when they added Chinese to the game, they ended up doing Shentang, the Shentang Kingdom. They haven't done it for like literally every language, but that has been one of the bigger things that they've done it for before. Oh, she was already in this Soulforge cycle, so it's gonna be forever until she's in Soulforge. True. I forgot that she was already in this cycle. But yeah, realistically, you're gonna wait for February 22nd if you're looking for Phoenicia, because that's when you can get her all for event keys for a week. Yeah, Phoenicia is a pretty good option. She became a lot better a little over a year ago when medals came into the game. The extra magic bonus really buffed her. There's quite a few troops that gained a benefit, and she was one of the biggest recipients of gaining a benefit from having such a mechanic. Good. Even with barrier, he still died, even though he blocked a whole hit. Yeah, I use Phoenicia like literally every day these days. She's good for a lot of the dailies that are within this game. Like, there's a surprisingly high amount of dailies she's good for. She's the most optimal in the entire game for running pet battles. She's really good for running dungeons, as well as your daily adventure board. She's not the best for running daily adventure board. However, she's the best for running dungeons, and she's the best for running pets. But even though I do use her for my dailies on adventure board, she's theoretically not the best option for that. Mostly because she is for the lower rarity stuff, as well as Tesla for that. But like epics and legendary rooms, as well as mythic whenever they occasionally appear, she's not as good for. Especially the legend and mythic ones. She's actually really slow for them. Even though I normally don't bother changing out my team. Why don't they bring class for the delves? There would already probably be too many classes if they did that. Because that'd be 68 hero classes. That's a lot of classes. Of course, we have 34 right now. It's a little bit weird that we don't have one for every single typing, though. Because I believe there's less than 34 typings within the game. But they have so many repeat typings over top hero classes. I forgot. They actually moved us on the first battle. I forgot it's permanent, isn't it? It's not too big a deal, though. Just take some mana and it's already dead right here off enchant. Last time we were not able to get it, so you're saving your diamonds for the next cycle. Well, it's going to probably be a while before next cycle. What am I taking here? Yeah, this one. Yeah, elemental class would be so ridiculously strong. It would actually be the strongest hero class in the entire game. Almost doesn't even matter what traits or anything are. But he's automatically going to get Storm Tree because it's the elemental tree. And that alone, combined with the fact that it counts as elemental, is already insanely strong. It'd be top 3 hero class for sure. And might even be the absolute strongest hero class in the entire game. Once, if they ever add an elemental hero class. That should be enough to kill. Also, that's a lot more important to do that order for the later battles. Doing Holy Saint Asher into double Tesla. It doesn't matter too much where we're currently at, but the later we go, the more important that's going to be to wipe. Because it makes it so you don't have to cast 3 Tesla, which saves a lot of time. Because you're generally already going to have most of your mana anyways for Holy Saint Astra. So trying to build the habit now, because we're going to need it for the later battles a lot. Because it makes it so you can 2 cast instead of 3 casts, which is a lot quicker. You're still casting 3 things, but you don't have to get the mana for Tesla again. Okay. I'll take that. We get right out of it. Should be enough. Just in case it's not. No, I think it's enough. Let's see. Yeah, it's enough without it. Once we get a little bit deeper, that won't be enough, though. Question. If you're going for loot instead of multiplier, well, we're going for loot right now. That's the order we're doing. Should you take the Cedric room first or last? Actually, you should probably take the Cedric room first. However, you would need gold farm on your team. So if you're not using something that gains a lot of gold on your team, like Leprechaun or something else, Greed, it doesn't have as much of an effect. Because it only boosts the gold you get within the battle, not the end gold. But, yes, if you want to truly optimize loot, you could theoretically take the Cedric first. Just because he does increase your amount of loot. I haven't been checking for that personally, even though we're doing loot order. But it's mostly because we don't have a gold gainer on our team, so the amount of loot you get from it's pretty minuscule. If we had like a Leprechaun or something on our team, it would be a bit better to go for Cedric. Because the only thing that that multiplier applies to is this number over here. It does not apply to this number. Only that number. When you have all that Cedric bonus. It doesn't even apply to that full number either. It mostly just applies to whatever number's right there. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome. Yeah, I would move this to like 1,000 or so, I believe. Or maybe 2,000. Maybe a little bit less. I'm not even sure. But if you see any of these at tier 2, which neither of them are, you could check to see if they're a Cedric and take them first. It's probably still slightly better for overall loot, going for rushing those down when you see a Cedric there. I just personally haven't been checking them. It'd be a lot beneficial if he was in the top spot rather than the right spot, though, because it takes more rooms to get to the right spot compared to the top spot. Super quick to get there. But the other one, you have to tier through tier 2 room that you don't necessarily want to take. What do we go for here? Let's take the... actually, I won't take the red. Please don't summon. Good. A 25% egg summon. Anything with those 25% are so annoying. Because you kind of expect that they won't summon, and then they're like, nope, we're going to summon. And then just delays the whole battle needlessly. At reset, the guild was playing Mythic Bingo. Oh gosh. That's funny. Oh good, we have Bless. He actually didn't mana drain us, nice. Do you when Fairish Ra and Nimbus Bow will be available? Nimbus Bow will be available in the next Suncrest event, which is the same time Phoenicia will be available, February 22nd. As far as Fairish Ra, he'll be available in the next Kedar event, and I have no clue when that is. And we don't know. It's probably late March or April, but still a while. We don't have an official date yet. We currently have dated up to March 8th, 16th. We have dated up to March 16th. And Kedar is visually here. But it looks like this is going to be like April or May, probably. Or maybe very late March. Probably not, though. It seems like it's going to be April or May for Fairish Ra. But Phoenicia is February 22nd, as well as Nimbus Bow. What do we go for here? We'll take the red. Get that down. Let him do his thing. Then we take this one, take tier 4, take tier 3, and take the final room. Hey, what do we need here? We'll go grab ourselves a blue over there. I don't think we need the buff. We just go for double Tesla and be good to go. And he is dead. Success. Okay, I'll take out this one. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. We'll be around for a while. Take that down. A lot of factioning. You got the revive, but it's not gonna matter. We got a free Tesla. Ready to go. But yeah, Tesla is basically the Iron Gut of Delves. Like the lower rarity Iron Gut of Delves. That's sometimes also better than Iron Gut. You need to have Holy Saint Astra available though. Tesla without Holy Saint Astra is a lot slower. To the point that Iron Gut is quicker. But when you have both it as an option, it's really good. This might actually not be enough. I'm going to buff just in case. Oh no, he's going to get barrier. Good, we got it in time. What does Pure Faction do exactly? So basically, Pure Faction when it comes to Delves is basically you're restricted to a certain team where you have to use just the faction troops. And the main reason why you want to do it is because the extra bonus that you get towards your faction itself. So there's a bunch of different things that gives you a bunch of different points towards your faction. 500 of those points is made up from getting your treasure hoard to level 100, which of course you can overkill for extra stats if you want. You then get another 1,000 from how far you go into Delves, which at 500 you get the max amount of 1,000. Then as well as for how much far you go without getting any deaths, which you get 500 for. And then there's a fourth value, which is the best delve using the faction team. This only accounts for the really highest one you do. So generally people just do 500 if they could do 500. Otherwise you would do it at about 100, 150, or 200 or so. But if you can go all the way, you might as well just go all the way and do it at 500. Which is why ours is currently at 0 because we haven't done any yet, but we will once we reach 500. But that's basically what you do Pure Faction for. It counts for 500 of the 2,500 renown you get per kingdom. Obviously, without doing any of the faction, you can still get 2,000 points, which is pretty substantial. And if you did like a 100 faction or 200 faction, you know, of course, have 100 or 200 points. But to get the maximum amount of points for a faction, you would have to do 500. One main benefit of this is you get a maxed out pet for this. Kingdoms do require maxed out pets, and this has become more important ever since they have. And in order to max out the pet for a faction, you have to get all the way to 2,500. And this is important for upgrading kingdoms. And we get this cute little dino. I don't think I've showed him yet. This is the pet you get for the faction. You get him at 2,000. You get him maxed at Pure Faction for 2,500. That's the main reason why you do it. If you were to buy a pet normally, it would cost you about 2,500 gems anyways. So using those gems just to get a Pure Faction done is way better value, which is why most people opt to do the Pure Faction method. Because you not only get a Pure Faction done out of it, you also get a pet, max out pet. So it's better overall value compared to buying up a pet. Yeah, it is really adorable, the pet. We'll definitely wear it once we get it. So it probably won't be until tomorrow night. Yep, no problem, John and everyone. Let's see, what do we even need here? I'll throw that down. If anyone else has any questions, let me know. We'll be here a while. Probably go to about 400 to stream. 350, 400, somewhere around there, we'll see. Depends if we start doing skip method or not. Let's see, where are we if we were to skip right now? We're at 410. And then tomorrow we're at 440. So we need tomorrow's 3 battles to be within distance, which means we have to find 3 Val Ravens? Like, we need to find 3 or 4 Val Ravens. Then we can start skipping. So until then, we'll keep going. Because tomorrow we get 3 more sigils. Which is when we'll be doing Pure Faction anyways. Come on, let me cast. There we go. I'm not sure why I'm contemplating which way to go. We've been doing the same order every single time. You're currently at 430? Nice. Yeah, Tesla team just absolutely decimates. It's amazing. And luckily our Bless protects us from a little bit of mana drain. which would have slowed us down otherwise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole leaderboard's just straight 500s at this point. Like, it's actually impossible, even on a Tuesday event, to make a leaderboard without doing 500. It's pretty insane. That didn't used to be the case, but yeah, a lot of people do it now. Even on Tuesday events, but especially when there's a new faction, because everyone needs it at that point. Look, straight 500s. Oh, almost straight 500, but you know, those will be 500s in time. Yeah, it's basically straight 500s. You just haven't gotten up to that point yet. They will be. Look at it tomorrow, it'll be straight 500s. Most likely. But yeah, you don't even need that high to get all the rewards done. Well, most people go that high because they're already spending some amount of gems, so they figured, oh, why does it all go all the way? Because you're already spending, like, I forget exactly what the minimum is for all rewards. I don't think I've ever only gone for all rewards, though. But I think the minimum for all rewards is, like, tier 5 or tier 6. It might even be tier 6, which is already 1,110 gems. I think it's one short than that, so I think it's 710 gems. It's about the same as a bounty event, I believe, to get all rewards. But people figure, hey, I'm already spending, like, half the amount. Might as well go for pure faction at that point. Which most people end up opting for. Because with about 1,000 more gems than whatever you spent to go get all the rewards done, you can pretty much get a pure faction out of it. So you might as well. Assuming the person has that many gems. Obviously, earlier on in the game, you don't really bother with this event too much. You basically just do your free battles. Maybe buy, like, a few tiers and that's it. Maybe up to the weapon, like, for tier 4. It's like the furthest you'd go if you were a little bit more pressed for gems. You would just go for the weapon, which I believe is 500 gems, if I'm not mistaken. And then you wouldn't go any further than that. And in that case, you'd probably want to go for multiplier order rather than loot order. Because you need to get as many points as possible to get as far as you can with how many battles you have. So you can get as many of the unlocks on the reward system. That definitely would not be enough for all rewards, though. I'd get you quite a few of them. Yeah, we definitely need to go for all rewards this stream. 100%. That's like the bare minimum we're going for this stream. I think you need to reach 270? 260? Somewhere around there is all rewards. It's around 250 is how far you need to go for all rewards. Not counting pure faction, of course. But, you know, all rewards as far as that 16 reward system that it has. Which I think gives a title at the end, too. They always give titles. Titles are pretty pointless, though. But I do kind of like the cosmetics. We got the Labyrinth one this time. Which looked like it had a little maze thingy. Not sure if I got anything else interesting in it. I didn't even check it yet. Let's go see. Spent the gems for it. Might as well see what we get. We spent 1,010 gems. You have these little emoji thingies. I almost never use these in chat, though. It's because there's starting to be so many that they're actually starting to get hard to use. It's because of how many emojis are in the game now. But, yeah, we got these 4, it looks like. So these are the 4 that got added. I'll go spam them into global. Hello, global. I'm just doing this to see what they look like. Hello, global, randomly chatting. Alright, let's see what they look like. So here's what they look like. We got a little maze, we got like a little spiderweb thing, we got a coliseum, and we got a minotaur little fighting guy. That's what they look like. Those are the 4 that came in with the thing. Someone's saying lol. But that's what they look like. We're starting to get so many of them though, gosh. I remember when we first started and it, like it didn't even have like a scrolling option because it just covered like what's in visible sight. Like this is all you would see. It's like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. And it just kept going and 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 going. This isn't even all of them either. There's actually still more. Actually, I might even be able to buy one right now. Because they're time locked for a couple months. If you didn't get them immediately. Yeah, we got 2 more. We got this one, which is a bunch of banner thingies. And which are pretty cool. And we got this one. I always buy them even though these are pointless. This is a waste of gems entirely. But I still like getting them all. For completionist sake. Oh, and a bunch of vials. That's pretty cool. Was it handed out for Halloween? That might have been handed out around Halloween time. Because you do get them about 3 months after the fact. So yeah, I think that was handed out sometime around Halloween. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that at the time. But they handed out a bunch of vials around Halloween for one of the events. It wasn't specifically the Halloween emojis, but it was handed out around that time because they become available about 3 months later. And about 3 months ago was Halloween. Let's see, we'll take that over. Grab a Tesla. I didn't even notice that at the time. Oh, that's oh good, that is enough damage. I thought that wasn't enough for a second. I keep forgetting. Our damage also scales up. I'm still really looking forward to that one Dragon game coming out next month. Beta for it's happening in about 2 weeks, closed beta. I'm not sure if I'm making it in, but I sure hope I make it in closed beta. Really curious to see what happens with it. I'm surprised it doesn't have more attention than it already has, though. We're definitely going to be dedicating some time to it. Help the game take off, hopefully. Curious to see what happens with it. Let's see if we'll take that down. It's made by a really small company, too. I believe it's the only game they ever made. But it's looking pretty polished. They keep posting teasers to their social media. And all gameplay teasers, too. It's not like it's like trailer stuff. It's like actual gameplay. What do we go for here? We'll take that. Yeah, Century Age of Ash is what it's called. Also, if anyone wants to sign up for the beta, they still do have access for it. And it's going to be free to play when it launches. That is going to be PC only. PC on Steam only. I highly doubt they're porting it to much else anytime soon. Was I clicking on the wrong Tesla? Fail. Oh, free armor for us, thank you. Even easy to kill. I think we would have easily killed regardless, though. But that made it even easier. Hello, Humberto. Yeah, we've had over 100 viewers pretty much this whole stream. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. And as I mentioned earlier, we do stream every single day at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 8 hours from now every day. And we also generally stream Friday mornings for Gems of War as well, because that's when new content normally happens. Obviously, this being one of the bigger days whenever we get a new faction. Also, pinned to the top of chat is all the teams we're using. The first one is the exact team we're using, the Tesla team, and the other one is Pure Faction if you happen to be there already. Even though we're not there, the event has been out for 10 hours now. We've only been doing it for the last 2 hours. And of course, quite a few people are already there if they've been doing it for longer. It just falls at a really weird time zone for mine. In my time zone, reset for Gems of War happens at 2 a.m. And obviously, I am normally sleeping at that time. Or if I'm not already sleeping, I'm about to start sleeping. So I normally don't get to start these events immediately. We did for New Year's Day, though. We went over the Mythic as soon as it came out last week. Because it was New Year's, so I figured, hey, 2 more hours, might as well go over it. Obviously, generally, we're not up around that time to go over it immediately. A little bit too early in the morning. And by morning, I mean dead of night. Yeah, similar to most of the weekend events, I do advise breaking it up, especially this event, because it's actually cheaper if you break it up as far as sigil cost. You can get it done for 1,710, 1,910, 2,110 if you split it up amongst the days. I generally just like rushing it down, which is why I go for 2,510. So we can definitely get it done by Saturday. Also makes it a little bit easier. Also makes it a little bit less luck-based, so we can always get it done on Saturday. As far as Val Ravens and where they appear. Because sometimes based on when they appear, it might make it so you have to do it a whole day later. When you do encode in the chat, we already did. It's this code right over here. It might already be used up, given that we have so many viewers and it only has like 300 claims. I'm pretty sure the code's already dead, but we already handed it out. We're handing it out when we reach 150. We already are at like 180 right now. But you can double check if it still works. It might be dead though. We have a lot more viewers than normal. And it has a 300 claim limit. Which even when we don't have 300 viewers, which we almost never have, it still gets claimed quicker because obviously people share it with their guilds and stuff like that. Every person could theoretically be 30 people if they share it with their guilds. Let's see, we'll take that over. Oh, later on? Probably around 8:30. So in like a little over 8 hours from now. We normally hand it out like midway through our nightly stream, which is normally around 8:30 every night in my time, which is 8.5 hours from now. Let's see, I'll take that down. Yeah, code's already dead. I kind of expected that. I'm pretty sure it was dead within under 5 minutes. I'll have another one tonight. And hopefully we'll have more from the devs soon. Oh, we're so close to that level. I'm still not sure if we're going to hit it this stream, though. We're going to get really close. Oh, so we haven't hit a single Val Raven since we did the Val Raven check. We still need to find at least 3 more Val Ravens. We haven't found a single one in that time. Oh, see you, Stardust. We'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Gotta get that water in. Get her a second Tesla. And that should be dead. I keep thinking it won't be just because their stats keep getting higher, but our damage also keeps getting higher. So it is. Oh, we're almost at the halfway point. We're getting there. Halfway point, I would say, is about 300 or so. Just because, of course, the later battles take a little bit longer as well. So 300 is about halfway, not counting Pure Faction. Because Pure Faction alone can count as like a whole portion on its own. It's because of how long it takes to do sometimes. I feel like this Pure Faction is not going to be that bad, though. It's not the easiest, not the hardest. It's kind of mid-range as far as Pure Faction. Like, there's no, like, super auto-win option. But, there's also nothing that's going to be too annoying. As long as the first battle... The main thing that's going to be annoying is if your team gets disoriented on the first battle. That's probably going to be the most annoying. But if you can win the first battle without your team getting out of place or too far out of place, it should be fine. Because the main thing you want to make sure to not happen is you need your first slot tank that has barrier and the armor gain thing or HP gain, whatever it was, to be in first slot. If he gets moved out of first slot, that's really problematic. The order of the rest of your team I don't think matters as much. We'll let him have the skull. Doesn't actually matter. Yeah, there we go. Is Tesla worth upgrading with medals? No. She gains literally no benefit whatsoever. She's actually the worst troop in the entire game to medal. Because she gains absolutely no benefit whatsoever. She gains magic, which she doesn't use at all. She's, I believe, the only troop in the entire game that theoretically gets worse when upgraded. Because if the enemy has a magic boost ratio, she actually just straight up helps the enemy team. And she's never used on a team that you have a magic boost ratio because it just wouldn't fit. So theoretically, she actually becomes weaker when upgraded. She's the only troop in the entire game, I believe, that actually becomes weaker when upgraded, when medaled. It's pretty funny. Anyone who does it to Tesla is pretty much just showing off that they have enough spare resources to upgrade Tesla. Because there's no actual reason to do so. Other than to cosmetically have a little gold thing next to her. She's quite literally the most useless troop in the game to upgrade with medals. Despite how useful she actually is. She just doesn't gain a benefit from her thing at all. I still find that really weird, though. But it's because her ability isn't associated to magic, but it gives her magic. And the main reason for that is because she counts as a mage. Because she hits all enemies simultaneously. Generally, anything that hits all enemies simultaneously counts as that type of troop. But she's one of those types that don't use any magic. So she doesn't gain any benefit from having iron magic, oddly enough. It's a little bit weird, but it is how it is. It's kind of like how Rowan gains magic as well, since it hits all enemies, kind of like Tesla. But at least on Rowan, it actually helps her. Though, of course, armor would be better on Rowan, but you have no control over it. Every single one gets predetermined stats based on what role they have. I was still one turn off. Gotta take whatever. There we go. Zukov gains 4 magic on gold upgrade. Yeah, I know. He doesn't even use magic either. But he does gain a couple other stats that are useful. The new mythic would have been much better with the new with any other colors. You can't find any reason to use Tina or to not use Tina instead. Which new mythic? The one that just came in? The new mythic is usable in some instances. However, there's so many other true damage options that there isn't much of a need to use it in comparison. Like, it's definitely a true damage option. It's definitely a solid true damage option, but there's so many other options in there. Did I see the new blue skin that came into... Oh, yeah, the new aimbot skin from that one company. I think it was like a shooting company for what's it called? For shooter games. It's basically like a shooting range practice game. But they end up getting a skin in with Ninja... whatever that other company was called. Can't even remember now. And that one esports company. And Mr. Beast, when they got theirs in for that one donation thingy. But yeah, I haven't actually gotten it yet. I haven't logged in all day to Fall Guys. But they added that skin. They add a new skin every few days, and that's the one that they most recently added. I have seen it on their social media. I just haven't seen it in-game. It's probably like half the lobby right now. As it normally is. Whenever a new skin comes out, generally, especially if it's a low-cost one, like half of every single lobby is everyone wearing that skin. It's pretty funny. Hello, Midnight. Welcome. Yeah, I've still been having a lot of fun with Fall Guys. I still play it here and there. It's one of those games that I play a few rounds and put it down. Kind of like how I play Gems of War off stream. It's one of those kind of games that you just pick up, play a few rounds, put it down for later. Let's see. We'll do another dedicated stream to Fall Guys sometime soon. I'm not sure when their mid-season patch is, but we'll definitely be streaming it then, of course. Might do one prior. Or it is, depends when it comes around. Let's see, how far are we in the Gems of War event? So probably in 2 or 3 weeks they would do the mid-season patch then for Fall Guys. Because it's been falling pretty similar to where Gems of War falls. I think they're about to break apart because I believe the interval is a little bit different this time. But it's been pretty funny because they've pretty much been following each other almost identical as far as when the seasons happen. Like right when Season 2 happened for both of them, it was pretty much the same time, and Season 3 pretty much happened for the same time as well. And now they're both almost midway through Season 3. Let's see, I'll take this one. Take the bottom one. Yes, I do want to throw at least one more Slay to Spire stream. And yes, Tuesday probably is the day that we end up doing it. It was originally going to be this Thursday, but things came up on Wednesday and Thursday. But yeah, I think this Tuesday I'll probably do it. We'll see. It's probably going to be this Tuesday. Because tomorrow I'm probably not going to be streaming anything. Sunday we'll probably stream something, though I'm not sure what it will be. And then Tuesday will probably be Slay to Spire then. Unless we do it on Sunday. But I want to put at least one more Slay to Spire stream in. I'm not sure how much more we'll do beyond that point. Because at this point, it's basically going to be the same thing over and over again, just trying to do higher rarities. We will go do the Watcher. Because I still technically don't have a Watcher win in that game. Even though we almost killed the Heart with it. I technically haven't actually gotten a win because it's we died at Heart. The only time that we end up playing it. So we'll definitely do that at least one more. And get our win there. It was a pretty cool class overall. Also, I just realized our team is so weirdly disoriented right now. I didn't even notice that until just now. That's pretty bad. I almost want to start Breath of the Wild as well soon. However, my concern with starting Breath of the Wild is once that one Dragon game comes out, we'll be spending so much time on that. And then after that, once Pokemon Unite comes out, that will be eating up so much time as well. And the concern is they're both going to be coming basically back to back. Pokemon Unite doesn't have an official date, but the Dragon thing, the beta for it, or closed beta, is late January. Its actual release is sometime in February. And Pokemon Unite is rumored for February or March, though no official date has been given yet. Actually, when is Pokemon Day? I know there's a certain day every year that's Pokemon Day. They might announce it around then. I actually completely forget what day that is. Let's see. What do I even take here? Take that over. I'll take our Tesla there. But then we gotta double check. When is Pokemon Day? I know Mario Day is March 10th, obviously. And that's when they kill Mario. Because at the end of that month, like, every single thing that they were doing basically goes away. Let me go double check. I'm actually curious. I don't actually know what day that falls. Because by then, we'll probably officially have an announcement for the date. As far as what day that falls. Let's see. Where is the thing? Google load. Alright. Gosh, this computer's so slow. The other computer. What I'm looking for. 2021. What day does it fall? On February 27th. Yeah, they were probably going to announce it for that day. They'll probably have some kind of presentation and say it's launching today. So February 27th is probably its release date. And if it's not that day, it'll be announced by then for sure, 100%. It's either launching on February 27th or it's being announced on February 27th what day it's going to exactly be. Also, unlike most Switch games that I play, that game will be on mobile, by the way. For any of you that mostly just play on mobile only. It's going to be on Switch and mobile. No PC version. When Pokemon Unite comes out. Oh no, we're up to 3 shots. Pokemon Unite's gameplay should be pretty easy. Like, it should be easy to play but hard to master. It's one of those kind of games. Where it'll likely literally have an esports scene, but would also be casual enough that literally anyone could get into it. It plays pretty much like a MOBA, even though they keep saying it's not a MOBA. It's basically a MOBA. I haven't gotten into MOBAs for a while. I love the genre. I used to play it a lot back in the day. I probably have over 15,000 hours in Dota. Mostly Dota 1. I only played Dota 2, I think, for about 2,000 hours. But I easily have upwards of 10,000 hours in Dota 1. The one that basically started the MOBA genre. That's mostly because I've been playing it since I was like, what, 9 years old? I stopped playing several years ago, that game, though. Actually, I haven't even touched Warcraft 3 for the last several months. I did a little bit in the past, mostly because Battle Tanks. I actually almost started my channel on Battle Tanks. Fun fact. Battle Tanks game mode in Warcraft 3. They actually still have, keep updating it as well. They even still have a kind of rank system for it and everything, too. Haven't played it for several months, though, but it's pretty fun. It was one of those less popular MOBAs, even that was alongside Dota and the other ones, Battle Tanks and stuff like that around the time, or Battleships, I mean, and stuff like that around the time. But it was my personal favorite. I wish it would have taken it off as much as Dota. Because honestly, I feel like it's a better game than Dota. Even though it wasn't anywhere near as popular. No, did I say Gems of War? I said Warcraft 3, or Dota 1, I meant. Which are both the same thing. Almost the same thing. Let's see. I'll throw that over. Hey, there's a Cedric room. I want to see, how much do we get for the battle loot increase? I want to see how worth it is if you were to actually go and rush this first. I'm not sure if it's actually worth it. It might be. Without a gold gain, you get quite a bit less value. I gotta double check. Actually, we won't find out this battle. I forgot it doesn't take place until the following battle. Okay, now we'll find out. Okay, let's see how much gold we get for this battle. Hey, how much gold is it? So yeah, it wasn't that much of an increase. Instead of getting about 500 something, we got 700 something. Because we don't have an actual gold gainer, so we don't gain as much of a benefit. Because it doesn't affect the base value, it only affects that one gold value right there. Is all it affects. Which is still a lot if you get that all the way maxed, obviously. But if you don't have a gold gainer, that barely does anything to Cedric's. I should have threw that down first. We're at the point where we have to throw this now for the final battle, and probably for quite a few of the other battles, like tier 5 soon. Got to keep that in mind going forward. There we go. We're almost at the halfway point. Well, theoretically, 300 is more so the halfway point than 250. But we're getting there. Oh, we got all rewards now, too. Nice. I believe you get it about 230 all rewards. It's normally around 230 or so, and we're at 240, so I might have actually just hit it. Okay, let's see what we get. Unfortunately, no major orbs, so we don't have any chance of power. However, we do have 4 small orbs. So all the rewards you get from the basic loot is 2 vault keys, 10 diamonds, 2 vault keys being one of the bigger ones, 1,950 gold, 80,000, or sorry, 1,950 souls, 80,000 gold, 500 chaos shards, which given all the other chaos shards, basically nothing. 4 orbs, which is the other big loot, the main 2 being vault keys and 4 orbs, 7 mythic ingots, portraits, and a title. I gotta see what we get. Blue, 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 go. Nope, 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 yes. Okay, come on, double blue. At least we got 1 blue. Ah, well, we got 1 blue at least. It's not awful. It's theoretically still good. Blue's like 15% chance, so getting a blue out of 4 is actually not that bad. If we could consistently get a blue every 4, I'd actually be happy out of that. But I never noticed this. Game mode actually doesn't give a major orb. That's kind of weird. I never noticed that. But you don't get a major orb out of this event. I wish I would replace that for a major orb. Or still keep it and add another one there. I guess I figured because you're already getting so many other loots. But yeah, you don't actually get a major orb at all from this event. Unlike Bounty, where you get 2 of them. Maybe that's where the major orb went. They put in Bounty instead. Got put all the way over in Bounty. I should have done that. We could have gotten an enchant mana fail. Might have done it that way. We should have enchanted then did the explosion. Yeah, let's match. If it'll let me cast. If it'll let me cast, there we go. Isabel. That's funny. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, actually, we might need stats. I don't think we need it for this battle, though. Oh, actually, you know what? We might have. Oh, I definitely would have. Oh, actually, we wouldn't have. If he didn't revive, we wouldn't have needed it. Even with his revive, it wasn't enough damage, gosh. Okay, there we go. It would have been otherwise, but the revive got in the way. But it wasn't enough to kill his revive. Gosh, the order for this delve is so weird, but consistently the same order. But the actual order is still ridiculously weird compared to most delves. Yeah, we might end up gaining that level this stream. We're getting pretty close to it, that's for sure. So where are all of our Val Ravens at? It feels like we haven't gotten a single Val Raven forever. Ooh, that wasn't enough. Thought it would be. We're starting to get to triple cast category. Got to make sure we get Holy St. Asher down whenever we can. It's actually starting to get important to do so. Otherwise, it's not enough damage in many of these instances. Still trying to figure out the best delve order. Is it best to go for highest or lowest? You always go for highest multiplier first, unless you're doing treasure room order, which is what we're doing right now. So you do all of the non-treasure room based on highest, and then you go to treasure room, which is basically what we're doing right now. And then we just save the 2 treasure rooms for last, which is the one all the way to the right and the one in the middle top. What team am I using for the later battles? This is the team I'm using for the later battles. Tesla goes all the way. She never stops. She never falls off. She works everything from 20 all the way to 500. Everything but purification, obviously. Yeah, she's basically like Iron Gut in that regard, except she even works at the lower level range. She does get slightly slower later on because she will always require triple cast on every battle. But she's still very quick, relatively, compared to other options. Let's see if a single buff's actually enough to 2-shot this. Yes, it is. That's why you did the buff. But that's what I was referring to earlier. Instead of needing to cast Tesla 3 times, you can throw Holy St. Asher, so you do Holy St. Asher into double Tesla. It's quicker than having to get Tesla up to full mana all over again. You have to do it towards a later battle. You do eventually reach a point where that's not enough to kill, though. But it should last for a while, where you can just do this into double Tesla and still kill. So I think we still need to find 2 to 3 more Val Ravens. They're hiding somewheres. They're out there somewheres. She keeps saying watch yourself over and over and over again. That's the only problem. They all have the same dialogue line. Normally you're casting multiple different things, so it's not as noticeable. But when you keep spamming the same exact thing. I wish they would go and commission more audio, because I don't believe they make audio in-house. Because they are starting to have to repeat a lot of the already existing audio. It's been a while since we've gotten like new audio for a troop. They need to go get like a few hundred of them. Like them reusing it isn't too big a deal. But when like 50 to 100 troops might have the same dialogues. Most of them do have diverse though. But a lot of like the beasts have the exact same audio and a couple other overlaps like that. A lot of the dragons have the same audio as well. I believe a couple like the rogue thief-like troops have the same audio as well. There's still a lot of unique ones though. I think there's like over 300 unique ones. But quite a few of them still do repeat. I'm gonna Holy St. Asher just in case that's not enough. Because him webbing me actually means nothing. Because Tesla doesn't use magic. So it's being webbed on Tesla has no effect on Tesla's actual damage output. Yeah, more cosmetics would be pretty cool. They mentioned in the past that they haven't really made much money on cosmetics. However, that's also because they price cosmetics as like macro transactions rather than micro transactions. A lot of things in this game are a little bit too much, but if they sold cosmetics for like $1, like people would buy them. Especially for how little cosmetics are currently within the game. I forgot to buff beforehand. This is why you buff beforehand. Because it takes so much longer to go get Tesla. Up another time. That wasn't too slow, luckily. But it still takes more time than casting Holy Saint Asher into double Tesla. Because normally you still have to cast her anyways and go get more mana for your Tesla. Oh, that goes so much quicker when you do it that way. That does eventually stop cycling, though. Eventually, Holy Saint Asher into double Tesla is actually not enough to kill. It'll last for a little while. And it's still lasting right now. But it does eventually not work. Which I didn't even need to technically buff for this battle. This is the first battle. Still doing it out of habit now, though. Now that we're getting to the point where we have to do it for most battles. Let's see, where are we right now? 260. Let's see, how far are we if you count all the sigils, though? We're at 430. So what is that, 4 more Val Ravens? Wait, where's that the same count as before? Or sorry, 440. Or 240. I mean, 440. So yeah, we need 3 more Val Ravens at minimum. We're still on the 3 Val Raven hunt. Theoretically, 2 Val Ravens counting tomorrow's free battles. So I'll still keep doing every room. Gains more armor. Thank you. That hopefully is enough to kill. No, it does not. Fail. I just remembered. This is the first faction we have where we can use that one mech troop. Actually, I'm not even sure if he works for the coloration. But that one mech troop that came out for Christmas. He can explode a bunch of the blocks. We've never really had a faction event since then. I forget what colors he uses. Is he even available? He definitely doesn't use green. I forget if he uses red. I think he might have been brown yellow. This has been the first faction since he was released. That one Christmas troop. I'm actually gonna take yellow here. Hello DS, welcome. What do we go for here? Oh, but it just exploded while I wanted to go for fail. Has anyone else experienced no pictures on the new troops? I don't know. Is that mobile having that issue? Someone mentioned there was an Android issue with oh, what was it? There was something else related to the kingdom that had an issue. But, I don't know. Android seems to be having some issues with the patch in general. The current new faction. Wait, next faction we'll be creating and destroying blocks? Oh, that's cool. We're finally going to be getting the mechanic added to the game. I had a feeling they would eventually add it. But they never got around to it. But then when they did the Christmas strip, it was like, oh, it's going to be a thing now. But yeah, if we have a whole faction based around it, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be rather unique. I'm not sure if any of them will be viable, but it is a unique mechanic nonetheless. Actually, there's some really weird metas that could form. Actually, creating blocks would be very broken in this game. I wonder if they realize that yet. Because if you made the board smaller, it would make gem spawning have a higher chance of landing alignment. So if you created just the right amount of blocks, you could infinite loop out at any troop in the game, which would vastly change the meta, because even troops that create a small amount of gems might still be able to infinite loop, particularly if they make only one type of color. It'll also be a gigantic buff to one type spawners compared to double type spawners. But there's actually a lot of broken builds you could build if a proper blocking troop came into the game, especially if you had the choice of choosing where those blocks go and they weren't just random. Though if it was random, you'd have to be pure RNG if you get lucky on it. But there's a lot of weird things you could do with it. Because making the board smaller, you can never spawn a gem where a block is. So if you made the board smaller by spawning a bunch of blocks and then had like a nice area where you could easily go and get extra turns from, you keep spamming your ability indefinitely pretty much. Because you'd keep getting your mana back at 100% chance because they would just stay exactly right there. There's a lot of weird broken things you could do with it. I wonder if they realize how broken blocks actually are. Because it has yet to be a mechanic added to the game. So they don't really know yet. But it will be a very strong mechanic in the game. for some teams. Not sure how widely used it will be. It really depends what the troops specifically do. There's a lot of potential. It's kind of like Bleed, where Bleed wasn't used for a while and still really isn't too much other than like one option, like with that new Rogue Spider team that came out about a month ago. But it's one of those things that has potential to be really strong. We'll take that for now. Isabel is our 24/7 support. Or 24/7 support line. Let's see. We'll take this one. I still find it funny that some people think you're a bot sometimes. Especially back when you used to like post the Discord link like always. Let's see. We'll take that over. Speaking of that, we do have the Isabot still. That she ended up giving us for our birthday. But, let me go change to it. We'll be changing to the Dino once we get Dino, though. That'll be tomorrow, though. Where'd it go? No, it's in ya. We finally have every pet in the game thanks to this, actually. Well, not counting the Dino that we'll have soon. Right, there we go. It's actually the most unobtained pet in the entire game. Just because the cheapest it has ever been is $50. The Steam pet has gone as cheap as $5 at one point. But the Android one has always been $50, never on sale. So it's actually the most unobtained pet in the entire game on PC Mobile. What am I looking for? Back to here. We'll do the other daily stuff later tonight. Beep boop. What do you go for? We'll throw that down for now. I don't think we have any mana anywheres. And I will take it up. Now, you didn't find a guild chat even once when you were not available. Let's see. Who knows the Stooges? So sing, and now I want to be your bot. Is that from a song? I don't think I've ever heard that. Yeah, this whole delve is a bunch of the funny jokes. The puns. The punny jokes. Let's see, I'll take that over. Take the other one down. Throw double Tesla. Actually, Holy Stasher. I don't have mana for her. Never mind, that's enough to kill. They have really high armor at the time. We're so close to the level. Okay, we definitely got to keep streaming at least until we get a level from delving. 100%. We're so close. I say so close, it might take another hour, gosh. Well, we definitely go in at least until we gain a level. 100%. That may look close. It actually is quite a bit of battles, but it's definitely within striking distance. Levels just take forever later in the game. What level are we these days? 1609? Yeah. So it'll be 1610 then. We will eventually reach the level 2000. 2000 is theoretically max level, even though it's actually not max level. For all intents and purposes, it is essentially max level. There are literally 0 people in the entire game at 3000. The reason I say that is you gain bonus stats every 100 up to 2000, but you also gain a bonus stat at 3000. However, there's literally 0 people in the entire game at level 3000. So 2000 is basically max level as far as max stats are concerned. And even once the first few people reach 3000, it's going to be a very small subsection of the entire game. Like, ridiculously small. So for all intents and purposes, level 2000 is basically max level. Realistically. Even though it's coded to go all the way to 10,000. Though it's literally impossible to reach 10,000. This game could be alive for 30 years, and you wouldn't even be able to reach 10,000. And that's not an exaggeration, that's actually the case. Like, if you played for 10 hours every day for 30 years, I'm not sure you'd even reach 10,000. It is scaled that way. Realistically, 2,000 is max. Let's see, we'll take this down. Yeah, we have a great guild. Thanks to all the support of everyone. We always get everything done as well. And if anyone's ever looking to join, let me know. We're full at the moment, but I don't think we have any backlog as far as people coming in. Unless an old member was trying to get in. But I don't think anyone's trying to get in yet, so we don't really have any line at the moment, even though we don't currently need anyone. It's always good to build up a line in case we do end up needing someone at some point. Wait, do we have a waiting list? Oh, never mind. I know we have a waiting list, I just didn't realize there was still people on it. Because sometimes it gets cleared out pretty quick. Because I knew there were some old members that wanted to get back in. I'm not sure how many that still remains at this point, though. Like, sometimes people leave the game for some amount of time and such. There's actually one game that I've actually never really quit for any amount of time. There's been times I've been slightly less active in the game, but I've never actually quit Gems of War at any point. Some people do, they come back. You know, they leave for a while, come back later. I did that for a couple games. And this has been one of them I haven't quit at any point. Even Animal Crossing, I theoretically quit for like 1 week. It was back when the economy got completely destroyed by hackers. Like, absolutely obliterated. It's kind of stabilized a bit now, even though they're still around. Oh, so we throw it down. I still have a lot of weeds on my island. This is because I get tired of weeding them every day, so I generally weed them like once a month. The only thing I've been doing daily in Animal Crossing is the snowmen. Also, one of my villagers has a birthday today. I forget who. Also, a really important one's coming up too. Gladys, my favorite villager, is having a birthday, I think, next month, or this month, January 15th, I think it was. I completely forget whose is today, though. Whoever it wasn't as relevant as a character. Can you collect your daily tributes on your phone for your PC? Yes. You can use your phone to collect all your tributes. That's generally what people use it for as well. But yes, you can claim all your tributes on your PC version from your phone. That is correct. So you can basically use it as a tribute collecting device, which I do on occasion. I'm normally not super paranoid about constantly taking my tribute these days, though. But any day I do feel like taking it a bunch, the phone is very useful for that. But yes, it gets saved to your PC version, assuming you have them linked. Oh yeah, Pierce is the birthday then. I actually have him on my islands. But yeah, Pierce is pretty cool. The main reason I actually have him on my islands, aside from the fact I'm doing an all-bird island, is he reminds me a lot of Cass from Breath of the Wild. Which is probably my favorite Breath of the Wild character, even though I haven't played Breath of the Wild. That and Revali. But I like Revali more so from Age of Calamity. Let's go take that over. What did the hackers do back then? Basically, they infinitely created, like, everything. Well, for one, there was a glitch that allowed the multiplication of literally every item in the game. So that included Nook Mile tickets, which is basically currency, as well as items that cost, like, hundreds of Nook Mile tickets, like pagodas and framed photos and other things that were, like, extremely hard to get. So basically, everyone duplicated all those kind of things and everything. And there's still hackers in the game, but every duplication glitch, I believe, has finally been fixed at this point, luckily. But hackers can still literally bring in whatever they want to the game. And they still exist here and there. But the main thing that ruined the economy back then is there's a duplication glitch, so even non-hackers were creating, like, infinite everythings. But Animal Crossing's economy has stabilized quite a bit more now. And now that has slightly less people playing it, it is really stabilized. Just because people are more willing to just get rid of whatever they're trying to get rid of for cheaper. Since there's less demand for every item now. There's still a really big player base for Animal Crossing, but it's definitely smaller than it was like 7 months ago. It's still really active. Are there star fragment trees still around? No, those were patched several months ago. They were completely patched from the game. It is impossible to have a tree now in Animal Crossing with anything other than the intended objects. Those trees did look pretty cool, though. Because star fragments actually glow whenever they're during night. And they still did it even on the trees. Though you can still do the same thing by putting a bunch on your ground and using Nova Lights. You just can't have them specifically in a tree. But Nova Lights combined with putting star fragments on the ground essentially do the exact same thing. Just not in a tree. The only problem with that is people can grab them from your grounds. The Nova Lights they can't, but the star fragments on the ground they can. Oh yeah, fishing tournaments tomorrow. I probably won't stream it. I'm not sure. But yeah, Zibbo, if you want to go do some fishing tournament, we'll probably do a little bit of it tomorrow. I'm not sure if we'll stream it or not. There's a couple other things I wanted to do tomorrow, so I probably just won't stream and just kind of do it between other things. Yeah, fishing tournaments tomorrow. It's actually the last one until we had all four of the events. I definitely need to catch a bit more fish, though. I think I need 1,000 more fish for an achievement thingy. It's the last one we needed. I don't think there's any good fish to really catch this season, though. But yeah, after tomorrow, I believe that's one of the last, like, unique events. Aside from whenever they patch in new ones. Aside from that and Celeste doing, like, 2 more things, every single thing would have happened at least once by that point, pretty much. But obviously, they're going to keep updating the game. Basically, this Animal Crossing is the first Animal Crossing that's ever been a live service, essentially. Every other Animal Crossing has never been a live service before, until now. I feel like a lot of games are starting to become live services, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The only thing that bad about that, though, is when they go under, a lot of these games will be gone forever. Not like Animal Crossing or something, because obviously that's kind of independent from its live service, because it's mostly single player. But like things like Gems of War, for example. Obviously it's going to last for quite a while, possibly even decades. But once they're gone, since there's no like actual single player attached to the game. Oh yeah, Animal Crossing has been selling like crazy. I believe it's, we'll know the numbers soon, but I believe it's actually the most sold game on Nintendo Switch. It has a retention rate of 1/3 of the population of the Switch owners. which means like 1 out of 3 people that own a Switch own Animal Crossing, which is insanely high retention rate. I think the highest retention, we did the math for it. I think the highest retention rate anything on PS4 had for the duration of PS4 was a little bit less than 10%, and it was one of the Spider-Man games. It had about a 10% retention rate. Animal Crossing has 33%. As far as the number of people that own the console relative to the number of people that own the game. Is at around 33%. Which is exceedingly high. Like absurdly, absurdly high. What do we go for? Go for that. Also, rumor is Sims 5 is coming out this year. I'll probably Sims it. I'll probably stream it whenever it comes out. There is rumor Sims 5 is this year. There's also rumor it's going to have a lot of online elements and be a live service, kind of like every other thing these days. More so than any of the past Sims. Be interesting to see how that pans out. Imagine if they tried making the Sims 5 like Animal Crossing. Where they basically do seasonal events for like Valentine's and Christmas and all that. Wouldn't that be hilarious? They like see what Animal Crossing did successfully. And it's like, we can make money off of that. Let's do the same thing. I'm calling it now. There's like a 80 to 90% chance. They're going to almost like follow the Animal Crossing model. And try to make bank off of it. But with a lot more microtransactions because of course it's EA. But I'm very curious to see what Sims 5 does. I feel it's definitely going to be live servers. There's almost no way they're not going to do it like a live service. Because they can milk more money out of it. And with how well Animal Crossing did successfully, they'll probably take notes. Yeah, I'm curious how online even would work in a Sims game. There's a lot of ways it could do it. Like, for one, obviously, being able to see other people's towns and real-time go to it would be pretty cool. And stuff like that. Like, literally just going to their house and real-time interacting with people. It definitely has a lot of potential. Oh, what do we go for here? We'll take the blue. I just hope whatever they do with Sims 5, they make the business side better. I feel like so far, based on what I've seen, Sims 2 did the business side the absolute best, which is really funny. Because it's the first game that ever implemented it, yet it also did it the absolute best of any of the Sims game. Like, the way that Sims 3 did it wasn't horrible. But the way that Sims 2 did it was just flawless. And the problem with the way the Sims 4 did it is they actually split it among 2 different packs. And also the way it was implemented just wasn't as fun as the past games. At least from what I've seen of it. I haven't actually owned it, though. From footage I've seen. Seemed kind of average. But they split the full business side into 2 different packs, so you'd have to buy 2 packs instead of 1. Which obviously was done entirely for money. So we'll throw that down. Aw, don't you barrier as I'm about to go for the final kill. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, I'm still hoping for a new Mario Party game. Who knows? It's Mario 10 Day, March 10th. Who knows? Maybe they'll announce it for later this year. I feel like they're going to focus more on Zelda this year, though. Like, Breath of the Wild 2 is very likely later this year. Which is why I wanted to eventually get around to doing Breath of the Wild 1 this year. For sure, at some point. I believe it's the 35th anniversary of Zelda this year. Kind of like how Mario had its 35th anniversary last year. Yeah, I've actually never really bothered playing a Metroid game. I've played Metroidvania genre games, but I've never actually played a single Metroid game for the most part, other than with like friends ever so occasionally. Like, I had a really good female friend in high school and middle school that was like really into Metroid at the time. Because there wasn't too many like really big female protagonists games at the time, but Metroid always was. Oh, let's see, we'll throw that down. We're so close to that level. Still need to find a few more Vow Ravens, though. Also, we haven't skipped a single one yet. That's interesting, actually having additional rewards based on how quickly you could do it. Nintendo doesn't normally do that for most of their games. They have been implementing it a little bit more recently in some of them. As far as Nintendo games, the main things I'm really looking forward to, that I really hope come out in the next year or two, is Mario Kart 9 and the next Mario Party. And actually make the next Mario Party good. Like, just getting another Mario Party and it being the same as the one that just released is going to be kind of meh. But if it's actually good, that'd be great. Like, okay, I'm actually going to do this so he drops his Submerge. Wait, does he have Submerge? No! I was about to say, does he have Submerge after cast? That'd be so annoying, and he does. That's awful. Okay, luckily he's dead now. He must have triggered the room for it somewhere. Oh, obviously. So unfortunate. Luckily, we don't have to deal with it for 2 more battles. Till next room, faction. I do some other stuff other than gaming. I do a little bit of writing on the side and a few other things here and there. I've been meaning to get a little bit more into writing this year. I say that almost every single year. As if it's almost like a mini New Year's resolution and like barely ever get around to it. I also still eventually want to make a game, regardless of how basic. I've looked into coding a little bit in the past, but I haven't really looked like super in-depth into it. Because obviously that's like the main barrier to ever making a game, is the coding aspect. Like that's the main thing blocking like almost anyone from doing it. Is all the ridiculous amount of coding you need to do. Because our assets aren't too bad. You could literally just commission all of them. Maybe at a loss, depending on how much you're planning on making from your game, but If you really just want to make a game for the sake of making a game, it's not that big a deal. And you can always use placeholder assets until you get all the coding done. Yeah, the most recent Mario Party, I wouldn't say it's the worst Mario Party ever made, but it's so much missed potential. And they haven't updated it ever, like literally ever. I think they might have done like one bug fix patch, and that's it. But it's mostly because every single console always gets at least more than one Mario Party, so they probably want to dedicate more so to the next one and make that like the official rest of the life cycle of the Switch's Mario Party. Because that tends to be what happens. At least 2 per console. The only exception to that has ever existed were handhelds. Which technically the Switch is, in a sense. But as far as every actual like mainline console has had at least 2 Mario Parties. Every single one. The one that had the least was the Wii U, which had 2 of them. Which is likely how many Switch is getting. Hello, David! Welcome! Yeah, it's hard doing like literally every single thing for the game. Normally I have to commission out like the music or assets, stuff like that. Because generally if you're going to be like a solo dev on a game, like the main thing you need to know is the coding. And then if you have additional skill sets onto that, you could use it. But normally you have to commission out or, you know, get other people to do like some amount of the other stuff. Like you might not have enough skill to do all the art assets or do the music or do something, the sound design. Like, sound design and music are 2 separate things that you would normally need to get 2 different people for unless you know how to do both properly. Because normally you can't get the same people to do both. Because normally people that compose music aren't as good at sound design. Or don't specialize in it as much. So we'll take that down. And then on top of all that, you still need to know how to market it and everything. Though I wouldn't really care about making money if I ever made a game. It would just be for the sake of making a game. Let's see, we'll take that down. Yeah, I was considering either Unreal Engine or Unity if I ever tried something. If I ever do start developing a game, it obviously would be really casual, but if I ever did, I would start by making things that actually aren't even in the initial game. Because there's actually a game I kind of want to make at some point that combines match 3 and a shooter. Not like a shooter, but it's like one of the simplest possible games to even make. Like a Toho bullet hell kind of shooter. Like combining those 2 genres together. I have a concept for it that would probably work pretty well. The coding side of it would be very annoying though. It's pretty basic though. Like if you could code one and then code the other, like coding them together shouldn't be too bad. Which is basically what I was going to do. Like code a basic match 3 game, code a basic shooter, or you know, a bullet hell kind of shooter. I'm not sure what the exact thing is called. It used to be what used to be called a shooter until the actual shooter genre became a thing. You know, third-person shooter. But they combine those 2 together. Because they're 2 of the easier genres to make. Particularly the shooter one. Because all you really need is a unit with a hitbox and things to go hit that unit that go into some kind of pattern. And then just have a bunch of courses for it. And just do procedurally generate them. and make it more like a roguelike combined with a bullet hell. Which would actually be a pretty cool concept as well. Balancing that would be hard though. What do we go for here? Take that over. Can you guys stop getting submerged? That'd be great. His entire team is just pure submerged. This is very problematic. Please stop casting. Gotta kill him one at a time because he keep casting. There we go. Dead. That's way longer than initiative. Oh yeah, I would never try to make it a branching path thing. You would need to do so much writing for it. Like, I wouldn't mind doing that much writing. But to even have, like, 16 possible endings, like, it requires such an absurd amount of writing. Like, you're getting up to, like, a novel worth of writing at that point. Hey, we gained a level. Let's see, we'll take yellow. Ah, there we go. We got the level I wanted. And we're at 330. As far as how far we are. I think we'll go to about 350 or so. Then tonight we'll get to like 400 something. Then tomorrow night we finish it. I think that's the game plan then. So we'll go for like 2-3 more delves. Let's go grab our stuffs here. Got 15 mails. They really need to condense that down to 1 mail. I'm not sure why. They did that for like every single thing in the game, but for whatever reason, either an oversight on their part or maybe it's just coded differently. They have not done it for faction yet, which is kind of weird. I hope they eventually do it. It gives you so much mail, needlessly. Let's see, we'll take that down. Yeah, a lot of engines do kind of almost have like pre-coding in a sense, where they have those tree things that you mentioned, and you basically just form a whole chain of them, and then it does something based on that chain. You'd still have to do some amount of coding, though, even with those things. I'm still not sure 100% how they work, because I've never really messed with them. I know the basics of it, though. Like, the really basic. But it's not something I ever specifically, like, studied. There's resources out there to learn it. What do we go for here? What team were you thinking of using for Pure Faction? I have it pinned if you want to copy it. It's the tank that gains barrier, followed by 2 of the guy that boosts based on armor, followed by the legends. I have no clue what their names are. But that's what you would use. I have it pinned to the chat. But yeah, it's barrier guy with double armor boost ratio guy with a 50% start legend. And someone did it with that team and they said it worked perfectly fine, so It should be fine. I haven't tested it myself yet, but it should be the team that works. Based on what's available. Why do I keep not casting that first? I'm gonna have to kill it early otherwise. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. I'll probably end after we finish off this next delve. Not the one we're currently on, but the one after this. At least for now, anyways. We'll be back in like 7 hours, though. So we're not going to be gone for too long. And then we'll do our normal nightly stream as we always do in 7 hours. For Gems of War. Oh, wait, he's submerged still. Okay, now it's not. Is there any value of changing your home kingdom city when doing events? No. The only thing it affects is the tribute. So it doesn't have any effect on something like that. Like, it doesn't affect your stats or anything. It only affects your tribute every hour, which is White Helmet's best tribute. And it also affects what visually appears behind your character as far as the banner for it. Or, you know, like whenever someone clicks on your profile. So some people cosmetically like to choose a specific one. But no, as far as actual gameplay is concerned, it doesn't matter what your home kingdom is at all. Yeah, we got a Valraven. Nice. Make sure that thing doesn't escape. Oh no. Leprechauns. Oh no. Of all the battles. Oh no. Oh no. One Tesla's not enough to kill. This is actually problematic. Of all the battles for Valraven to appear on. Good. Oh no, it gains submerged though. No. Not good. Really? Why is this a thing? Good, it just took a skull, we won. Aha! That was almost really bad. That was almost exceedingly bad. Of all the battles for it to appear on. It appears on triple leprechaun. Well, technically quad leprechaun, but you know, it replaces one of the leprechauns. That was almost exceedingly bad. I should have taken that blue first. Whoops. Sure, Captain. Would love some tips. Because I am pretty clueless with it. I've done some really ridiculously small amount of coding back in high school, but aside from that, for my digital communications class, aside from that, I've never really looked into it much. Also, it's mostly HTML5, which is a completely different coding system. Yeah, gaming can get a little time consuming. Luckily, the dailies for Gems of War aren't too bad. But if you do literally every single event, it starts to add up to a little bit of time. Dailies in this game, as far as like bare minimum dailies, they take like 15 minutes. I'm pretty sure most people just go on their phone and just do it real quick. It's actually pretty short. But if you did like literally every single thing within the game, it would take a little bit longer. Like if you did every event, every guild event, everything like that. But basic dailies are pretty quick in this game. Basic dailies would be do adventure board, do dungeons, and maybe like a few extra battles. The full dailies with weeklies would be doing dungeons every day, doing daily adventure board, doing your dungeons, and doing whatever the guild-related event is, as well as whatever the Friday-related event is, which is what we're doing right now. Though if you're doing this to not pure faction, this event doesn't take nearly as long. Like, we would have been done, like, over an hour or two ago. If we were just doing our free sigils. We would have been done, like, 2 hours ago. Do you think the Pure Faction 500 will be hard? No. It won't be the easiest one, but it definitely won't be particularly hard, I don't think. It'll definitely be easier than Hall of Guardians. One of the troops is kind of like a gargoyle, but he's based on armor, so he's easier to counter. Because if you go and attack before him, you're pretty much good to go. Like, I believe he hits as hard as gargoyle, but as long as you hit him first, his damage is substantially reduced. So it's not as annoying as that one gargoyle fight from Hall of Guardian. It's definitely easier than that kingdom for sure. Like, the only hard thing in this kingdom is the fact that it changes your order. But aside from that, nothing's too difficult. That one guy hits really hard, but as long as you hit it hard first, you should be okay. And now one thing that does heavy splash damage is basically just a weaker version of Sea of Sorrows, where it has like that double true damage splash, which is way stronger than the thing in this kingdom. They do have half mana start in this kingdom though, so I guess that could be a little bit of a barrier. And the fact that they would literally gain barrier on their first but also because they can pressure you quicker if you don't get a really good starting board. Or if you make a misclick and give them a bunch of stuff. Yeah, they're likely going to be changing the banner. I highly doubt they're going to be keeping it a double-double. But yeah, the current banner is very strong because it's a total +4 -1 instead of +3 -1. I'm pretty sure that was just a coding mistake. It's accidentally made it 2 instead of 1. That's a pretty big mistake, but hopefully it'll be fixed. I highly doubt that's intended. Ah, the nerfed rogue. Blocking the other guy's purple even harder. But does anyone else have any other questions? Let me know. Because after this battle, I think we're going to call it a wrap for now. I'll go grab dinner. And we'll be back in about 6.5 hours from now for our normal 8 PM Eastern Standard Time stream as we do every night for Gems of War. So any other questions, let me know. But thank everyone for stopping by. It's greatly appreciated. We basically maintained 100 viewers the entire time, which is very rare. But thanks for stopping by, as always. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Feel free to leave a like if you haven't already. It ends up helping a lot for the stream and for the channel. Aside from that, as I already mentioned, we do stream every single night at 8 PM Eastern Standard Time, which is 6.5 hours from now. We also stream pretty much every Friday morning for Gems of War, or most Friday mornings, going over whatever new stuff comes out. Obviously, today being one of the bigger days. But of course, there's normally new content every single time. Like last week, we had a new Mythic, which we went over during our New Year's stream, literally when it came out. And next week we have, actually that's a good question. What do we have next week? I actually don't remember. Next week we have, I will let you know in a moment. I actually do not remember. Let's see. What's 1 week from today? That'd be the 15th. We have raids next week. Oh, that's not as interesting. Yeah, we got a raid event next week. That's pretty straightforward. Doesn't even take that long. Yeah, Faction's normally one of the most interesting just because you get the most amount of new stuff out of it. For sure. Let's see. Oh, you moved the order. Oh, it's silenced though, so I can still take it. Even though it moved ahead of it, since it's silenced, it doesn't matter. Since it won't block my mana. And there we go. And then tonight we'll do several more. Get to around 400 or so. And then tomorrow we finish it with Pure Faction and everything. Seems like a game. Oh yeah, we do have Guild War going on next week though, true. However, we don't do that on morning stream. We do that during nightly stream always. But yes, we do have Guild War next week. But as far as weekend event, as far as Friday, all we have is raids next week. You're struggling to get 1 million souls, 850,000 right now. What team are you using? You could use, there's a couple different teams. There's a triple Warlock into Valkyrie. That's the cheapest possible team. There's Dragon Soul into double Azurus into Hero Class with Purple Storm or Umber Wolf. There's Dragon Soul and the double Fair Shroud into Umber Wolf or something similar, like Hero with Purple Storm. There's and there's also the new meta, which I don't think I've actually covered a video on, but I probably should at some point. I've made mention of it many times, and you probably see me using it here and there. But it's Phylactery, Sacrificial Priest, Ferishra, Leprechaun. Ever since there's been enough magic in the game to get Phylactery to 1-cast full mana, this has become meta. Basically what you do with this is you cast Leprechaun, you then go get cast Phylactery, you use Sacrificial Priest to kill itself, and then you win. It's actually better souls per hour to use double Ferishra. The reason I have it set up with Leprechaun, even though I do own double Ferishra, is because I use it for the campaign. Whenever the campaign task says, oh, hey, go get like 800 souls or 60 souls or 300 souls, whatever it says, you can do that pretty much instantly with this team, which is why I do this team. Just a little bit quicker for that. Whenever it says, hey, go get a couple hundred souls, you do this, win in like 15 seconds, and boom, you got your souls. You'd have to do it on Explore Difficulty 1. So you were curious, as you were working on your emotes. Now, the ones you have, are they 48 pixa or 480? I would say make it 480, and we could always downscale it. I'm actually not sure what YouTube currently uses for its thing. But the bigger the better, because you can always downscale it. How many souls can you pick up by disenchanting all extra copies of troops? A lot. It's like several million right now. I can disenchant for almost 5 million souls. That's like 5 Dawnbringers right there. Actually, pretty much is. But yeah, we have 6.8 million souls, and I could disenchant for like almost double that. 4.8 million if I click that button, which we're never going to click. But yeah, about 4.8 million souls if I was to disenchant every spare copy of every troop we ever had up until this point. That's not literally every troop we ever had. I disenchanted for about the first year or two. And then beyond that, I was like, oh, let me just keep holding them. And here we are today, still holding them. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise... stretch. Otherwise, we'll be back in 6.5 hours from now for our normal nightly stream, as we do every night. Any other questions? So you're using exactly that same, getting almost 370 souls per game, but you want to spend all to increase my kingdoms. Oh, so you keep spending them? Yeah, soul farming can be a little bit tedious. I personally haven't bothered soul farming for like forever. It is one of the more tedious things in this game. Luckily, I got most of the soul farming done, and now at this point, we kind of get just like passive souls from things like Soul Gnome and stuff like that. But yeah, you just kind of have to grind it out. Like, that's about as quick as it really gets, other than doing it with double Ferishra, which is about, I think, about 50,000 per hour. Yeah, Dawnbringer and Duskbringer take quite a bit of time to get. I'd even get it on my Switch account, Nintendo Switch account, when we end up making an alternative account. I never bothered getting it to that point. Yeah, the Dragon Soul team's still pretty good right now as well. It doesn't require any Ferishra. You can run Dragon Soul with any 2 Necromancies, though Azurus works better because of his purple link, into either Hero Class with Purple Storm or Umbra Wolf fully traded. You need that for Perpetual Purple Storm. And the reason why you want to go Azurus instead of a normal Necromancy, if you have, is because of the +1 purple. Though any Necromancy troop would work. It doesn't have to be him, though he does work better. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck with the event. We'll be back, as I mentioned, 6.5 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. Going over Gems of War stuff. We'll mostly just do our dailies. Obviously, delve a bit more. And just keep answering questions and mess around with stuff, as we always do. But anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you later. Goodbye, everyone.